Colin Quinn in studio.
Oh, my God.
I am Colin Quinn on the Twitter.
Carl!
Hi, guys.
Good morning,
So
Colin Quinn.
Good morning, guys.
How are you?
To see Carl
If I was any
popping.
better, it would be illegal.
Oh, that's a good one.
All day you'll be hearing that.
You're a
We
card.
Now, we got Jenny Hutt on the phone, but I want to get the first plug-in for Carl here. Unconstitutional.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, this is a great one-man show. Great. And it's going to be at the Cherry Lane Theater from July 4th through the 23rd, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Okay. And how
Guys,
do they
I'm
get
really
tickets?
hitting out of the park, I'll tell you the truth.
I'm going to go and
How
heckle
do you get tickets? Google it, you morons. How else do you get tickets these days?
All right.
I
there
love
you
the fact
go.
you give everybody the link. Google Unconstitutional in my name and enjoy a lovely show.
Right?
Google it.
It's great.
Thanks.
No shows on Wednesdays.
No shows Wednesdays.
Is that the day Broadway goes dark?
No, it's a religious thing for me.
Oh, okay.
Every Wednesday is Sunday. Unconstitutional.
Now we got Jenny Hutt on the phone.
Jenny Hutt.
She's now I don't know. She's like a slave for fucking Dr. Drew or something.
Dr.
now.
Drew. She's on the little panel there
Yeah.
on Headline News.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she was talking last night about the Trayvon Martin Zimmerman trial.
Don't tell her. Let's
What?
just go cold.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Jenny,
Hi, guys. First of all, hi, Colin Quinn. How are you?
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
How are you?
we're very happy that you got this gig with Dr. Drew, by the way.
I know, but you're upset with me over my
What?
No,
comments
you look good
about
on TV,
Rachel
by
the
the way.
Witness.
You look good on
You
TV.
did look pretty good.
Thanks, guys.
Gotta be honest.
Thank you. That's very
Not bad. Your hair was lustrous.
Is that
Which is nice.
Is that your natural color?
not anymore.
Uh-oh.
Why would anyone choose to be a redhead?
You were that...
I wouldn't. I mean, I was born a redhead, but I'm an old
It
lady
looks good,
now.
though.
You still red down there?
Yeah, I'm not, thankfully. Well, first of all, there isn't much down there.
Nice.
Oh, what? You got that
Whoa.
fucking... What do you got, the mange?
Listen, in today's world, how many women have much there?
I don't know.
True.
A woman of your age, though, you'd think you'd just let it grow in at that point.
Do you clean up the butthole, though?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
There'd be nothing there. That's not. Yes, I've been lasered.
Oh, you've been lasered.
Jenny's a fucking trooper, man.
You lasered your ass?
Yes.
God bless.
That's fucking
Did that
great.
hurt?
Yeah, that hurt. But the underarms hurt the worst.
You know what that means? I mean, she's had some little ass play going on.
Yeah, she... Why
No,
else,
I don't. I don't
why
like
else
that.
would a girl want it to
Because
be?
for doggy style, they want it to look good.
Is that
I
it?
do.
Yes.
All right, Carl.
Colin actually met my husband. Colin, remember backstage at the Jerry Seinfeld
Key party?
thing?
Oh, name dropping with
What's his
Colin
name?
Quinn.
No. You would have to show. Colin doesn't realize that he knows me because we've met a bunch of times recently.
That doesn't...
But,
He's looking at your picture, and
Oh,
there's
I
not
do know
even.
you.
Huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, you met my husband at the.
He doesn't know you.
Anyway, go on.
Jenny.
He doesn't know who you are. There's a picture of you two
Right in front of his face.
I
do know her.
There's
He's
no
like,
recognition.
that event.
There's no recognition whatsoever in
That's
Colin's
to say,
face.
it was the Jerry Seinfeld. It was like
Yes, at the Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry
I
Seinfeld.
don't
Has
know
no
what
idea.
The thing was for. But
Oh,
anyway, you were
wow.
very-
I remember it was a stand up for cancer.
Indeed.
Yeah, but he doesn't remember meeting you. He remembers the event.
All
Didn't
right,
you hear what he just
whatever.
did there? He was trying to help
He
you out.
remembers the cancer.
Because he's a nice guy.
Okay.
So your take on this star witness surprised all of us here at the Opie and Anthony
Really
show.
did.
This is what I
We
thought.
we thought we were looking at a dummy.
She was terrible, Jenny.
Listen, I don't think she. Do I think she's a super smarty pant person? No, but I don't think she was calculating. I think
How...
she was,
Jenny.
Yes.
How
She was
did you?
obnoxious.
How did you think that was a good witness for the prosecution? How would you think a jury would look at this girl and go, "Yes, this is what we're looking for," as far as the prosecution having to convey to us that there was some type of a murder going on that evening? How did that help the
well,
prosecution?
I think what the prosecution is going to ultimately prove isn't that this was not a first-degree murder situation.
No, it wasn't second either.
This was that, in my opinion, that Zimmerman didn't like the look of Trayvon, and Zimmerman was tracking him and following him, and then Trayvon fought back, and then Zimmerman shot him.
Can I ask you a question, though? Like, you were on Dr. Drew's show, and like I said, you look good. But why, why do you... It's almost like you're spinning it to keep with the narrative. Like, when you're talking about this girl being a good witness for the prosecution, she was terrible. She was caught lying under oath. She was caught with inconsistency.
She was caught lying in one of the depositions.
That's still a lie.
Yeah.
Because I understand that, but I think she didn't want to. I feel like she's having a hard time being there. She was the last person to speak to him.
No, Jenny, I'm not trying to interrupt you. I apologize. And I do know that. But what I mean is when you're on Dr. Drew and you're saying, I thought she was a good... Why is the press or anybody in the press keeping with this narrative? She was an awful prosecution witness,
well,
even if you believe her.
Typically on that show, I don't keep with anyone else's perspective. I keep with my own. And
okay.
any of the other cases
Rebel.
that we talked about...
The Red Rebel, they call her.
Red Rebel.
All right, easy there. Easy, Jenny. I'm just chatting. I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm aware that it's not the popular opinion with many people. But
What? Yours is the popular opinion. Yours is the opinion on every fucking mainstream
with
news.
the press, not with the people with the press.
With the tweet of the night goes to Anthony when he said the jury, she thought it was what she was wearing
in her ears. What's that? I gotta address the jury?
I liked that Anthony said, "Holy shit, Jenny." I laughed. I liked it.
Did you hear what I said?
Oh, no,
What,
Chip.
Chippa?
She looks zooted.
She didn't look zooted.
She didn't look zooted at all.
What are you talking about? Jenny, I just don't think she was a good witness for the prosecution. That's the bottom line. You said she was.
Listen, this is the first. This is like the third day of the trial today, I think. Yeah. And we'll see how it keeps going. I think there's going to be a lot of. There were going to be many witnesses brought, and we're going to see what the timeline was and what was right, and let's see if she gets impeached.
Now, even your quick synopsis of what happened, what you believe happened, whatever it is, that even isn't murder too, you know.
Well, let's
murder
see
also?
Yes, murder also.
Let's see what the judge's instructions are ultimately to the jury, and let's see how it plays out. I'm not sure that he's going to get convicted, but I do think that there was I can't imagine that you guys don't think there was some element of racist something or other.
No, I don't see any racial. The only racial thing I see here on Zimmerman's part is that every time he's called the cops, the description has been a black male because that's who's been breaking into the fucking houses over there. Right. So why wouldn't you then think another black male walking in the neighborhood could be suspicious, might want to find out where they're going, keep an eye on them while you call the police. And as you know, every murderer calls the cops and then tells them where you are at every minute. But that's the only racial element, is that perhaps George was doing some profiling. But why has profiling become this bad word? If you walk by a goddamn pit bull every day and it bites you, aren't you going to look at pit bulls a little different? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand that, and I totally value your perspective.
Of course you do.
My concern is that when the cops told him to back down,
the cops never told him to back down. A non-emergency police operator said, "Are you following him?" He said, "Yes." He then said, "We don't need you to do that." That instruction was given for the safety of George Zimmerman, period. We don't need you to do that. Right. Doesn't mean stand down. It doesn't mean he continued stalking. And by the way, the very next word on the tape is George Zimmerman going, "Okay." So where is this stalking and pursuit? You're continuing this bullshit narrative that the press started with and is continuing with, even though the facts of this case are completely contrary to every fake, racist, race-baiting story that the news is putting out there.
Well, this is what I'll say. I'll say that I hope that the system works in this trial, and I hope that whatever truth is, the actual truth comes out, and I hope the right thing happens.
Jenny, I do believe you and the rest of mainstream media will be culpable to any riots that happen because of an acquittal, because the layman that watches the news on this case, if there's an acquittal, will sit there and go, how the fuck was he acquitted when all this evidence is against him? Because they're not reporting the evidence. They're reporting the fake story that they got from day one, and they're not telling the people that need to know that he was justified in a self-defense shooting. They're not telling the people. So then when they acquit him, they're going to go, why did they acquit the stalker that chased him when the police told him to stand down? Jenny Hutt.
last night there wasn't anyone on the panel
Yeah.
who was taking your perspective, but there have been. So
But
if you
Jenny-
keep watching, you'll see there are some
boy.
panelists who come on saying that.
This is the mentality we're in. This is the me. And again, I know you're just doing your gig, but like they dumped
look
out of
great.
the words, and
You
you
look-
look
You look
great.
terrific.
They
I mean,
dumped.
you guys have to look terrific. I know I'm going to hang up.
Jenny, no.
You look
I
terrific.
swear.
Long cleavage,
You look good. No, you
look
good
terrific.
on HD, too, which is very difficult for a lot
Yes.
of people who don't look good in high definition. You looked really good.
Bring this up on Dr.
The makeup
Drew's
girl
show.
should get a huge raise.
Yeah, she's a true artist.
That's spackle, baby. What?
Bring this up on Dr. Drew. How the press dumps out of the words.
Red Rebel.
They dump out of the words
Look out.
nigga, and they dump out of the word cracker because it was reported that Trayvon said it. But when the word coon, hold on.
Rachel said he said it.
No, hold on. Listen, let me finish. I'm talking about the
creepy
people.
cracker.
Let me finish. I'm talking about the people you work for and how Anthony is saying that the media is culpable. They dumped those words because it was reported that Trayvon Martin said it. But when they couldn't stop saying coon, when they thought that Zimmerman said it, they said coon over and over because it was reportedly coming from George Zimmerman.
Right.
But when it looked like Trayvon said something racist, the fucking press dumped it.
Or if they say it, they dismiss. They do it quickly. It's like, hey, we said it, but
Yeah.
really, it's not.
Yeah. So
I think because the skew here in that way is trying to not blame the victim, and so I think.
But not blaming the victim, just being honest about what was said. This is a court
But I
transcript.
think that-
Exactly.
I think the press at large, in that way, doesn't want to. The kid is dead, so he can't.
You listen, you listen what you're doing. You're justifying why they're dumping out of language on cable TV during a trial.
Well,
There should be nothing off limits as
That's-
far as language
that
goes
is
in that
sickening.
context.
I agree. They
That
should
is the
just air
one
the whole
context
trial.
that
They should
everyone
just
should
air the
agree
trial.
you should let
Right.
any language fly. It's a
Right.
news program. It's a trial. It's real.
Indeed,
Yeah.
I agree. Any trial.
It's true.
Jenny, what we
Yes.
suggest is you drop a few N-bombs tonight in front of Dr. Drew.
Yeah, you should.
Let's spice this shit up a little
Yeah.
bit. All right?
I want to approach Ritz.
Yeah.
I want to approach the Ritz company with creepy ass crackers.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be good?
Really
You
good.
put a little cheddar on it.
I would
I have a
like
question. Have you guys talked to Paula Dean yet?
Well,
love
if
to
you
talk
get
to
off
her.
the phone, we'll be able to start talking Paula Dean.
That's where to go.
That was our next topic.
Yeah, shouldn't you be in makeup by now? What time's the show? What time's the show,
Follow me
Jenny?
on Twitter at Jenny Hush.
No.
All
What,
right, Jenny.
all kidding aside, what do you got on Paula Dean?
I don't think she is a huge fan of the African Americans, and I feel bad for her that she's lost everything in her life. But
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
silly.
she handled this
Because
correctly.
she may have said nigger 30 years ago.
Yeah, she told the truth, Jenny. You're right. She didn't handle it
Amazing.
correctly. She should have lied.
Yeah, you got to
I don't
lie.
think she should have lied. I think yesterday when she was on the Today Show and she said that she's used the N-word
on the
one
Today
time in
Show.
her whole life.
That's a lie.
That's
Of
No,
course that's
the
a
day
lie.
before yesterday.
Have you
show.
ever used it in your life?
That's not a word I use.
No, I didn't say that.
that's such-
Have
Never.
you ever said it in
No,
your...
I don't. Not. I mean,
I
have
don't
said
believe
it?
anyone that says no.
Anyone that says they
Sean
never said it
Hannity
in their
did the
life
same
is
fucking thing on
lying.
our show. You're lying.
No,
Lying.
some people never used it. I could see some people. I'm not saying me.
Never
I'm just
said it?
I'm not saying
I'm not
me.
saying-
I'm not even saying used it.
Hey, listen.
There's a difference between using it and saying it.
I never used it, but I can't speak for this guy.
The 19-year-old Colin
Young
Quinn.
Carl. You look good. You look like fucking, what's his face there from the 70s show?
Young Kyle put up numbers. you
Young
put up
Kyle.
numbers.
I'm gonna go, guys. I do use the word cracker a lot.
Bye,
Yeah,
Jenny.
yeah.
Good talking to you.
All right, Jenny.
Bye, everybody.
Congrats on the gig for real.
Bye. Thank
There's another. Well, goodbye.
What?
There was no, not
Goodbye.
you. It's good. There was
All
another
right.
story in
Let's
the
say
news
goodbye
about
to the
that
Red Rebel.
Goodbye.
that New
All right.
Jersey home invasion where
Right.
that black guy is pummeling the shit out of a white woman while her young baby is sitting on the couch next to him. And then they spoke with the woman, and they spoke with the woman's husband,
Right.
who was watching it in a room with like 8 police officers and stuff. And now I'm saying, is it justified for that guy, the guy and the wife and everything, to call that guy a nigger that came into the house, beat his full wife? Would that be justified? If in the future he's asked, have you ever used the word nigger? And he goes, yes, I have. Here's the instance. Would anyone hold him at fault? Which blows the story or the theory that it's never appropriate to use that word.
Sam, play it.
It's absolutely appropriate right there.
Exactly. And
he
you know
beat it?
what?
Did he- oh.
I think very few black people would complain if
They
he
wouldn't.
did.
But the ones that make the most noise would complain, and
With
he'd
their
be
little
fucked.
white cohorts,
And the
yes.
white cohorts would be the worst.
Did
than
he
the
rape her, or was it just a beating?
No, a fucking horrid beating.
What was it? He wanted more money, she didn't have it?
No, he literally
He
walked
ran in and
he kicked
punched
in the
her.
Door. Watch. He kicked in the door. She's just sitting home with the daughter watching cartoons. She stands up to see who kicked her, what happened at the door, and she's like this. And you see him just beating the shit out of her.
Beats the shit out of her
is this
immediately.
is the press covering this for the racial attack that it is?
No.
Wow.
No.
Just curious as to why.
No, it's just some white, and then he throws it down the stairs to the basement.
Fucking avid. No.
Fucking, hit play.
What does she have, a nanny
I
cam or
don't know
something?
how many
Yeah.
more hints I could give to Sam. I go, did you see it,
Look
Jim?
at
I
this.
keep pointing. Stupid Sam just sits there.
She's like, what
Door's
the
open.
fuck is...
Who kicked her? Oh, I'm not asking for money yet. Her daughter's right there on the couch. Her daughter's right on the couch.
What a
Ow.
Watch.
what a savage. What a fucking savage.
If she would have had a gun...
She wouldn't be able to get to it right there anyway.
You know what? No, when she looked at him coming in the door, she could pull that fucker right out.
And it's, here it is.
What a fucking
Daughter,
savage. What a fucking savage.
Choking her, throws
Yeah.
her on the floor. Look
Yep.
at this fucking animal.
What a fucking animal.
Pig, kicks her in the face,
Throws it down the basement.
and
What
then
a
picks her
fucking
up,
animal.
throws it down the fucking stairs.
Yeah, but don't.
Chokehold.
Yeah.
He's choking her.
Oh. There you go. Lovely.
It's a daughter.
How old's the daughter?
3. She's just sitting there in shock, the poor kid.
This fucking savage.
He keeps running upstairs.
And it's in
She's-
Millburn, which I believe is near the awful community you came from.
Oh, awful community. She's fucking like half unconscious. She's trying to get up. She's rolling on the
She's
floor.
trying to protect her daughter.
Yeah. Now he comes back down and kicks her in the face.
Look at this fucking savage animal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Can you imagine as a husband having to watch this?
He throws her down the steps?
Yeah.
This fucking animal.
Now, after you watch that,
And that was him leaving?
wouldn't it have been nice if perhaps somebody had been driving through the neighborhood, seen this guy walking around, maybe even deemed him as suspicious at some point because of his action, whatever, and called the police and kept an eye on him to see if he went into someone's fucking house, perhaps?
You can't. Again, the disgust I have is the way they will cover this or
I
the
know.
lack of coverage they'll give it.
It's horrible.
Well, I mean, the saddest, the most egregious example is the lack of coverage of that Marine case.
Yes.
Oh, we talked about that too. The
Huge.
fucking Marine and his wife that were killed.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a robbery.
But I
No,
forgot-
it was just a
Oh,
robbery.
just a robbery. No, the guy didn't get a promotion. That was what it was.
Right.
But at the same time, they wanted to not make it a racial story, but they scrolled racial slurs on the
They
wall.
wrote nigger on the wall to make it look like it was the Klan.
Yes, yes.
Oh, they did?
Yes, the
Yeah,
black
yeah,
guys
yeah.
wrote nigger to make it look like it was the Klan.
But the press...
totally racial.
You'll never know about that because the press wouldn't fucking report
They
it.
won't go near it.
They don't go near shit like
terrible.
that. It's
They're
the-
fucking terrible,
it's an
man.
amazing double standard. That guy, by the way, is still on the loose.
They'll get him.
Still on the loose.
What a
Is she okay?
horrible...
Yeah, what kind of injuries?
Yeah, she got beaten up pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, mentally, oh yeah, she'll be all healed. But then, you know what the rest of her fucking life is like mentally?
Fucking
and her
savage.
daughter, the fucking poor kid sitting there, the husband who's got to watch this and be like, oh, I wasn't fucking there to protect my wife. It fucks their whole lives up. Then there was an ADT alarm truck parked in front of the house the next day, installing it. I'm like, oh, what? Installing it against those
white
white
burglars.
people that in the commercials, the white guy that comes in with the Hamburglar mask on and the fucking bag. Yeah. Please.
That video's horrific.
Oh, it's unbelievably brutal.
I knew it was bad. I avoided it, to be honest with
It's
you.
so
'cause I
bad.
knew it was horrendous, but
So bad.
seeing it, holy fuck.
And that, you know, in New Jersey right now is going through a fucking legislation for new gun laws, and
Right.
it looks like Christie's going to fucking bow to these cocksuckers. And there's an instance where, you know, you have to be allowed to protect yourself.
Yes.
In your own home.
Yeah.
You have to.
No, I mean, the door was locked. The guy kicked in the front door.
fucking door in.
He
Who's
did.
protecting you against people kicking your fucking door in?
Exactly.
There wasn't a cop there. There wasn't fucking Governor Christie standing there running block for that woman.
No, exactly.
And he went upstairs at one point where perhaps she could have reached a weapon if she was allowed to have one, if she wanted one.
Yeah.
You know.
Or either way, he could have done anything there, you know. He could have done a lot worse even.
This nanny cam could have caught a fucking murder.
Yeah.
It happened right there. Or a rape or something.
Yes.
It's just horrible.
It's brutal.
It's almost lucky that a savage beating is all that happened.
Yes.
What a fucking animal this guy. He's just a fucking savage animal.
No regard for human life. No empathy for anything. No thought of consequence. It's a savage animal.
Instead of like, you didn't need to do that. He didn't need to beat her. Out of fear of safety for her and her daughter, she would have gotten him what he wanted.
Of course.
There was no need for that.
He ran right in and pummeled her.
Like an animal would run. Like a fucking wild animal would run in.
I think, can we give Jim Norton the understatement of the day? There was no need for that.
But I mean, in his, you know,
no need for that.
I needed a laugh there.
Thanks.
Jesus God.
Thanks, Aunt Irma.
Let's move on to Paula Deen. Paula Deen.
Yes, exactly.
Paula Deen.
Yeah, but Paula Deen is the
on the
headline
Today
news.
Show.
Why would she say the N-word 30 years ago?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous.
It's insane out there.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. I'm talking just about the media.
I swear
They're
to God. The media is the problem.
They're insane.
We're living in weird times.
So Paula Deen went on the Today Show, that red-faced idiot from her apology tapes. And,
She's an idiot, but what about, can we please talk about the righteous indignation of Matt Lauer?
Oh, yeah.
Boo. Did he?
Matt, you're being glib.
He's like this. I mean, did you in fact say this? Instead of going, hey, we all know it's bullshit.
Yeah.
He has to play his stupid part.
Oh, my God, but
how does he
to
sleep at
revel in
night?
it.
I know. How does he sleep at night, though?
Probably
He
very
knows.
comfortably.
He knows
in it.
better.
Very wealthy.
And I
He
guarantee
seems to
he's-
revel in the Borgata of the...
All right. Well,
name all that.
we could start with...
casinos. He's showboating again, and his act trumps anyone's that he.
You want to start from the top or go right to the "Are you a racist?" question? Let's go to "Are you a racist?"
It literally sounds like, are you now or have you ever been from...
Right.
Or fucking, or like McCarthy. It's like McCarthyism. Are you a communist?
Yes. Now it's a racist.
I mean, what I just said?
I think
use the actual term.
I think you're talking about fucking, are you now or have you been a homosexual from Full Metal Jacket?
No.
Oh, no, from Clockwork Orange, sorry. I think you're doing a movie line.
No, it's from, that's how they said.
Have you?
Communist.
Well, I don't remember. That was your high school days. How am I supposed to know? Oh, shit. Swim walk.
Right now, as we sit here, it seems to me an informal jury of your peers and your fans and your critics and your business associates are weighing the question, is Paula Deen a racist? So I'll ask it to you bluntly. Are you a racist?
Yes. Whoa. Watch out for Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
Yes, Matt. I'm a racist.
You're not in the Panjshir Valley interviewing the head of the Al Qaeda. But you're going to get hardcore and in depth. Idiot.
Shit.
No, I'm not.
By birth, by choice, by osmosis, you don't feel you have racist tendencies.
Oh, what a country! What a country!
Can you believe this?
This is more than TV. It's
like
Can
fucking
you believe
white people
this?
scolding each other to deflect attention from themselves.
Oh, it's like Vonnegut.
Don't you think everyone's racist to an extent?
Yes.
It depends who you call racist.
Yes.
I mean, you might have
exactly.
just a little bit
It
or a
depends who you call
lot.
racist.
And this makes it worse. Worse. I can't.
It depends who you call racist. I mean, I like to define racism, which nobody could do in this country.
I'm called racist every night on Twitter for just criticizing black people. And then,
Yes.
oh, you're a racist. And they honestly think that I'm being a racist.
They
So
dismiss-
their definition is any white person that criticizes a black person is a racist. Then there's people that need, burning crosses and fucking Klan hoods to define a racist. So, the definition, it's just not there.
Definition is very all over the place.
Yes.
don't feel you have racist tendencies?
No. As a child, I was raised in a home.
God.
That accent never good when you're being asked if you're racist. Let me tell you one thing. I've been so kind to the Negroes growing up.
I said nigger as a noun, not an adjective.
Exactly. You know, growing up with the little pickaninnies running around the yard, I think that accent,
By the way,
is very hard to defend.
The other question I'd like to ask is when they do destroy her, whatever, empire, which is ludicrous that she should have an empire, but she has an empire to begin with, how many black employees does she have that are going to be unemployed? Right. That's the other question.
Yes.
And how do they feel? They're like, I'd rather have my job and have her have said the N-word during a bank robbery than be unemployed and part of the big solution.
Yeah,
I don't like your impression of her employees. That was you doing her employees. I didn't like
I
it.
was doing kind of this guy went to one of those black colleges in Atlanta.
I went to Morehouse or to Howard.
Howard's the go-to.
My impression was pretty ludicrous.
She was robbed at gunpoint. Am I right? Is that what happened?
Yes.
By a black guy.
And she came home and said, I need a nigger right. We're going to give me the store, rob my ass. She got that great voice like 3-pack a day.
Tolerated bad grades. What? He would tolerate maybe me breaking a curfew.
Well, this is really irrelevant, but
if I ever
how's Matt looking at this point? Is he just
Matt looks like he always looks
behaved in a way
bewildered
where you
and
think you're better
hostile.
than others, or have been unkind?
He's like a passive
your
aggressive.
butt is going to be mine.
All right, but you raised your right hand.
Yes, I
and
did.
you swore under oath.
And you spoke honestly, which you should never do.
That was the crime.
That was the lesson we all learned.
Don't just lie.
That is the lesson.
Yeah, you can't speak
never
honestly.
be honest.
Ever.
Never be honest about the race, especially because you will be hung.
Right.
Let's hear it.
I'm glad we all learned that, Anthony. But anyway.
You have used a word that is the most offensive word you can use to describe an African American.
Oh, he's such a
This wedding you wanted to plan, that plantation-style wedding, whether you used the
Well, maybe the plantation-style wedding was a little
much.
A little over the
It's a Bill
top.
Hertzer case.
A little rough. A little over the top. But
Not
you know
good.
what? A nice period piece. Hey, you know, they did it in Django.
Yeah.
It worked in Django.
She's like, I want a Jenga type of vibe.
Jenga.
Yeah. So, Okra, we have them sit at a separate section called the field house, and then we're going to sit up here.
Now, where's the slave hot box going to be for the big ceremony?
Jesus.
Is that going to be out there in the yard?
This is a hot box / barbecue pit that she had. It was kind of in bad taste. I know. And she goes, I like the fact that she goes, obviously, La Femme, she goes, the media be all over me for that one. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez, Paula.
or not. So how does someone use the N-word, whether in anger or in a joke or in private, the most offensive word to African Americans,
Except
and
that
not be considered a racist?
when they use it.
They're using it constantly.
The day I used that word, it was a world ago. It was 30 years ago.
Listen to this
groveling.
You should have said, Matt, I'm going to hold a gun in your face right now, Matt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I don't want you to call me the B word.
Yeah.
How can you say I'll kill you and not be considered a murderer? Sometimes you just say things in anger, Matt.
And this is the point we're at in society where now you're responsible for something you said 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Most offensive word for African Americans.
30 years ago.
Yeah, look at Colin 30 years ago. He's
Colin,
unrecognizable.
Do you have a picture of what you looked like 30 years ago?
Yeah, he
Look
tweeted
at
it
you.
yesterday.
Wow, really? Good head of hair.
Colin looks like Philippe Cousteau.
He did.
Back in the 70s. Really.
Somebody said I looked like John Holmes.
You got a little John Holmes in you?
Yes.
The old Carl?
You do from like the face down to the chin. And then you look nothing like John Holmes.
Oh, look at Carl.
Hopefully you'll wind up like him.
So now we're all going to have to live perfect lives.
Oh, look
It
out.
used to be what
it's
you were
too late.
doing in the here and now, but now we're going to go back 30 years.
30 years, she says,
30
nigger,
years.
and it's fucking now resurfacing like she fucking buried a dead baby, like Sling Blade, had to fucking dip that poor little feller, you know?
Yeah, well,
Give me a break.
We look at it like it happened last week. It's unbelievable. It's maddening.
Carl, who's the guy next to you there? Who's your buddy?
My friend Pooh. I still talk to him.
Do you? Were you guys smoking some weed?
Yeah, we probably smoked a little weed.
You look like a fucking 40-year-old homeless guy there.
Yeah, they said I looked like Tom from
Tippy Tom.
Tippy Tom.
You had good abs, though. Colin had fucking abs.
Where were you, the conch?
You look like a karate guy.
Yeah.
Were you in the conch? Yeah.
Good arms. Colin had some guns. No chest whatsoever, but good fucking guns.
Oh, what a
He's
fucking...
got like a Bruce Lee body.
Yeah.
I got to give it to him.
Jesus.
Exactly.
No chest, but everything else is kind of happening.
Yes, I wish you had a Brandon Lee body. Wow.
Did you fight? Did you fight back then?
He's Irish. Of course he threw some fucking fists.
I would say I was talented at it, but yeah.
You threw? Threw a few?
I was good at it.
What were you doing right there?
It looks like you have missing teeth. Like, I can't connect you to that guy.
I was trying to be funny.
Were you crushing something on your head?
I was trying to be funny, like, hey, I was taking a picture.
Oh, like what were you doing? A Sha-na-na pose?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can't even see you in that picture.
It was a candid.
Like you can't put that picture anywhere and say, guess who this celebrity is. And
You kind of see it in
Right. Guess who this guy is, maybe.
they recognize Pooh first.
I knew that was coming.
Oh,
Is
Carl.
Pooh still alive? You still friends with him?
Yeah. I saw him recently.
Paula Dean was a teller at the time this whole thing went down?
Yeah, real snitch.
That's a
Had
problem.
gun to my head. A shaking gun. Because the man that had the gun to my head, unbeknown to me,
Was a nigger.
my customer at the main office.
But didn't you also
And I
admit,
had
Paul, that you
gone-
used the word on other occasions?
No, no.
So you had,
No,
other than
here's,
that
wait a
one
minute.
time-
Let me just say
This
something.
witch hunt.
He
it
wanted
is.
to get past that story.
Right, yes,
So
yes.
fast.
Because he feels guilty inside because
he's like,
he knows it's all bullshit.
He's like, oh, whoa, let's move on to something else.
'Cause
This
people
is not
might-
part of the narrative.
People
Not
might
part of the
accept
narrative.
that as a reasonable reason to use that word.
Of course they would. All
Hey.
black people would accept it.
Yes, black guy holding this fucking gun in your face.
All black people would accept it. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. So, let's get past that to the point where you just said it because, the fucking guy
'Cause
was
it was a
walking down the
Tuesday.
street. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
What a smug
So you have,
cunt
other
Matt
than
Lauer
that
is.
one time in the bank, a robbery
Right.
attempt,
Always
you're telling me
hateable.
you have never used the
I have
N-word.
never. I never. They asked me in all of my 66 years on Earth, had I ever used it.
What the fuck is wrong with this
Can
country?
you believe this is happening?
Who gives a fuck?
Because he was
I'm
a
so
customer in the
insane.
office. He
So
was
insane.
later caught.
Holy
And I
shit.
had gone out on a limb for him and gotten him alone, and he was frightened that I was
So
going to
reports
recognize
that
him.
you were asked in that deposition whether you had used the N-word on other occasions and said
He's like, forget the
probably
gunpoint
or of
robbery.
course are
Back to the
inaccurate.
N-word.
yeah.
Back to
No.
a word use.
I answered the question truthfully.
I'm amazed.
So you have never used the N-word.
Oh
other
my
than
Shut
that
up,
one
Matt.
It's just not a part of.
This country's
believe
finished.
He's an
It's just
adult
not a
saying
part of
the
who we are.
N-word.
Yeah, what a
This country's finished.
fucking
He's the
dripping,
worst.
sanctimonious
It's a phony country.
phony.
And he, though, you can't even... He's every one of these motherfuckers. He's just one
Yes.
of every one of these fuckers.
The insanity over this.
It's
Gives a
ridiculous.
fuck.
Do you believe they were talking about a
The
word?
only people that should have an opinion on any of this are the mixed race, not Sam types.
The mixed race.
The not Sams, we call them.
Wow.
Wow. The way he was talking, you would think he was questioning her about a murder or some kind of Bernie Madoff embezzlement thing.
But,
Like,
but when he's not in front of the cameras, he knows better. That's what's frustrating to me.
let me tell you something.
He doesn't.
That's
think
even more evil.
I no shit. He doesn't think that way when the cameras are off.
When Matt Lauer's
he
driving
plays
home,
his stupid fucking part.
Matt Lauer's driving home. He goes through a toll booth. The fucking guy in front of him's got Easy Pass. The gate doesn't go up. Holy shit. Now he's waiting. Matt Lauer wants to get home. He's fucking waiting. And he sees a black guy that works for the fucking bridge and tunnel walking almost backwards. He's walking so slowly over to that fucking gate to grab his Easy Pass and put on that little thing to get the gate up. He's thinking that word. He thinks it. He don't say it. It might even be fleeting. But he's thinking it for a second. There are scenarios where everybody at some point thinks it. It's just because it's out there.
No,
you
but
can't
even
not
if people,
think it.
but I'm saying, but even if people don't think it, it's not even about. It's once again focusing on this word in any way.
Don't think it.
Right.
Don't think it. Watch you think it. Watch you think it in your head. It's in your head. Don't think it.
I know. It's like a purple gorilla.
Don't think it. Purple gorilla. Don't think it. And then all of a sudden you're thinking, these people are phony. They're phony. They want you to believe that Matt Lauer has never even imagined saying that horrible word. He's a liar. Stop
What
it.
a fraud, man.
People are saying that she said it more than once 30 years ago.
How many times? How many times is acceptable?
I don't know.
How many times
Someone's
is it?
tweet said you're wrong. She said it more than one time 30 years ago.
I'm sure she did.
Look at
who
her
cares?
deposition transcript.
I know one thing.
All right. So then she talks about how the youth are
I may have studied
saying the
on
word
it.
a lot.
I may have used the word a few times. I may have studied on it.
Let me ask you about this part of the deposition. You were asked whether using the N-word in telling a joke was hurtful, and you said, quote, I don't know, most jokes are about Jewish people, rednecks, black folks. I didn't make up the jokes. They usually target, though, a group. I can't myself
If you made a
determine
joke
what offends
using the
another person.
N-word, you might be a redneck. And you might work for the Jews.
Aren't most jokes hurtful if you really think about it?
Well, yeah.
It's hurtful to somebody.
One said the water's cold, the other said the water's deep. I believe one boy was from Arkansas.
What is he talking
All
about?
jokes are hurtful.
Right. That's what
What
makes
is
them
Matt's
funny.
talking about?
I told
Only
you what
black
Jack
jokes are
Simmons,
hurtful?
Jack Simmons once said.
Yeah.
When he was doing a joke about baby Jessica. It was a while ago.
Oh, wow.
I'm not young. And he goes, come on, folks, whenever they moan, come on, folks. It's comedy. Somebody's got to get hurt.
That's true.
And that's the truth.
Yes.
It's comedy. And I don't like the fact you said it was Baby Jessica. It was really Baby Lindbergh.
That's hurtful.
Walking home on Jefferson.
Hey, thank God, baby Jessica, though, right? Came out
Thank
fine.
God. Did you,
yes.
Thank God.
Did you make fun of Baby Jessica ever in your life?
No, never.
No, you can't. You
I
can't make fun
submit
of
to
that
you,
scene.
Greg.
No.
You can't. You can't make fun of that.
Norton just switches off because he was like a young wannabe comedian hack that watched a few comedy specials and he told his friends he had a baby Jessica joke for his local dumb Monster Rain friends before he did comedy. I got that whole thing just now when he goes, did you ever make fun of baby Jessica? You guys go, no. He goes like this back to his phone.
No, I was just kidding because it was like the Paula Deen. I was scolding them.
Have you ever made fun of a baby in a pipe? No? Fucking Matt Lauer.
What offends another person? That last sentence gets me. I can't myself determine what offends another person.
That really hits to my heart. That hurts my heart, man.
He's
saying now
he's fucking insane.
that her answer that I don't have any I don't really know what offends another person.
That got him,
which is a
man.
reasonable answer.
Right.
He now sits there and goes, how do you not know what
He goes, that really gets me.
Yeah, that got him.
Got him. Hey, that was hardcore.
First of all, you're allowed to offend other people. It's amazing. You're really allowed to do it.
anymore.
Not Matt.
Used to be allowed to.
Not Matt Lauer.
Last sentence gets me. I can't myself determine what offends another person. Do you have any doubt in your mind that African Americans are offended by the N-word?
No.
Yes,
not with
I do
how much
doubt
they
it.
use it. It's nigga this,
Not
nigga that every
you can't-
fucking day out
Since
there.
you can't listen to a song without it.
Right.
Right. That's what
I
confuses
guess
a lot of
that
people.
offensive.
Stop it. It's not this fucking word that you
Stop
say.
it.
And stop it. You say the word, it's like saying goose. It's like using the word hoa.
Word?
I don't know, Matt. I have asked myself that so many times because it's very distressing for me to go into my kitchens and I hear what these young people are calling each other.
I can't even use the
It's
Aunt Jemima syrup anymore.
I've never joined in on that language.
No.
Joined in. She's got 8 young black
Absolutely
dudes
not.
working
It's
in.
very distressing.
Yeah, no
Yo,
kidding.
pass the colander, nickel. And Paul was like, that's just what I was going to say.
All right, Dan.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
All right. Yeah, she's going to participate. Are you kidding me?
Jesus.
It really is a ludicrous country.
This is insanity. This is like
Well,
from,
this is-
from The Onion.
Listen to the rest of this. It's amazing. It's an amazing
it's
clip here.
Orwellian.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, absolutely not. It's very distressing. It's very distressing for me because I think that for this problem to be worked on, that these young people...
You're right, though. The accent is hilarious. It really
are
it takes a lot of
to
these young people
take control,
especially
and
the colored ones,
like my
and not throw
my husband and the sheriff both tried to pursue that person.
And I'm sorry, but Emmett Tillis did win at a white woman.
You bust up a shift row, you bust it up and you leave.
You got to hear the last 10 seconds. It's
Let's hear
unbelievable.
what she's saying here.
These young people are going to have to take control and start showing respect for each other and not throwing that word at each other. It makes my skin crawl.
How about the fact that
go.
Paula Deen, who's like this famous chef, owns all these restaurants, she walks in the kitchen and these brothers don't even flinch.
No.
They're just looking at each other. Pass the hot sauce, nigga. You're hogging it. Hey, how you doing, Miss Paula?
Hey, man. Yo, where I supposed to put this roast, nigga? You ain't make no room for my ass. And she's like,
I like that, but she didn't come off very good either. She came off like kind of like an
no.
ass.
But she had no.
She's like, I want to say, no, she had
no reason that she should have to come off in any way whatsoever.
She sounded phony, but we saw it happen when she was honest.
She's trying a little too hard.
That's good. That's a good point.
She's trying a little too hard. She's a little desperate now.
You mean to tell me you don't know that African Americans do not like, they're offended by the word that is used in every song and every movie and every...
It's ridiculous.
Tweet at Matt Lauer if you know, M. Lauer and on Twitter.
Holla at Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
Holla.
You hear the story about the grandson?
What happened?
She told on that today?
Uh-oh.
How old
I
is
want to
he?
read you something that Columbia professor John McWhorter wrote for Time Magazine's
Columbia.
website. He is, by the way, African American. He wrote, people of Dean's generation can neither change the past nor completely escape their roots in it, any more than the rest of us. They can apologize and mean it, as Dean seems to. They also deserve credit for owning up to past sins, as Dean did candidly, when she could have easily, shall we say, whitewashed her. Do you ever wish, Paula, that when you raised your right hand and swore to tell the truth in that deposition, that you'd fudged the truth? You wouldn't have been the first person who ever lied.
Hell yes, I do.
Given the fallout that you've seen over the last week, do you ever
Pretty good
wish
question.
you'd fudged the truth?
Yeah.
No, because there's
The real
a
answer
couple
is
of
yes.
kinds of people that I don't like, that
Liars.
I am prejudiced
Black.
against.
We know
that.
one group.
And that's thieves and liars.
Oh.
And I'll tell you a conversation
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
that I had with my 7-year-old grandson the other day.
No.
He had spent the night with me, and I allowed him to stay up later than his bedtime.
Oh, boy.
I said,
And I said,
JW.
Jack, honey, you got Guinea in trouble
Guinea.
with Mommy and Daddy when you told them that I had let you stay up late. And he was
It sounds like an emotional story.
And
Anyway, Paula, what else you
he
got?
put that iPad down, and he looked up at me and he said,
Said,
Guinea,
fuck off, Grandma.
I don't tell lies.
Yes, he does.
He's 7 years old. Of
Raise
course he
my
does. He's
children.
probably playing with himself the minute you left the room.
And that's how my grandchildren have been raised.
Take that, stupid.
Yeah.
That interview yesterday is everything that's wrong right now.
Oh,
the
yeah.
phoniness of
the
what goes on.
phoniness.
Orwellian,
you're right. This is Orwellian.
Yeah, it is Orwellian.
Let's get to the end of this because it's so ridiculous.
I swear to God.
And then we can move on. We got like 4 or 5 more amazing clips from this thing.
please.
Oh, you guys got to have some more hot topics. I'm serious.
Oh.
There's a
We're
lot
gonna
of
move
stuff
on,
going on.
We're rolling.
Was there
We're
a
gonna move on.
study that couples that... Oh, go ahead.
Don't tell lies. That's how I raised my children.
Sure.
That's how I was raised. And that's how my grandchildren are being raised.
Fine.
And I know, as well as I'm sitting here with you, I know how I treat people. I know my love for people. And
Cut the
I'm
cheap
not gonna
salesman
sit here and
sport.
tell everything
I want
that have
information.
done,
Blue Star.
but people of color, I'm not going to do it. Somebody else can tell that.
All right. There you go.
Wow.
The whole country. It's like I feel like maybe I'm seeing it wrong. It's so overwhelmingly idiotic.
Sickening.
I can't believe it's happening.
It's easier to see it like everyone else.
Yes.
Because it's so enraging.
The dishonesty of it.
It's so easy just to go along with it. Say, fuck it. Jump in the fucking...
Why
River and
is there
just go
this
with it
need?
with everyone else.
Why is there this need to walk on eggshells when addressing any issue about black people when you're white? Why is it so difficult
It's the
and
legacy.
scary and you can't say this?
It's a legacy.
The second you criticize Obama on his policies, you have to preface it with this big, long fucking preamble about you're not racist.
It's a legacy.
Yeah?
Yes, and it's also...
Here's an arm, see?
Fucking Comia. Holy
You like
shit.
that shit?
Good luck topping that.
Here's a legacy of...
I mean, it's the legacy goes back to the beginning. You know, it's just, it all comes out of the whole slavery thing, out of the whole Jim Crow thing, and out of the whole, people still get to, a lot of people get to pay lip service to, like people that say that we interviewed her yesterday.
Yeah.
They get to feel like, okay, I'm on the side of the angels, but if you walked around their studio, I'm sure it's 95% white, just like the headquarters of any, I guarantee Paula Dean, I guarantee, like I have any idea what I'm saying, but I bet right now, I'm not a bet man, I bet she has a high percentage of blacks working for her than NBC has working for them.
I bet you're right.
I'd like to look into that.
Wow. Yeah,
Sam,
investigation.
make one of the interns do it. Anyway, guys.
But that's how badly we're all kind of reeling from what the country did earlier. That's what it's like. If after slavery and then there was like all the 40 acres and whatever it was that was promised and not delivered, it's not just black people that are still fucked up. White people are still fucked up over it.
Right.
But no, that's why we're all walking around in a field bumping into each other, and black people go, I can't get my shit together, I'm a victim, and white people go, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, it's his fault, it's his fault, it's his fault, it ain't my fault, it's his fault, it's his fault, it's his fault. We are paying the price, and that's what I've been kind of thinking this white sickness is I forget that it's not just black people that got fucked up by that. Now there's this whole generation of white people that feels entitled and better than, but feels guilty that they feel better than. So they don't know how to do it. So they just overcompensate by being overly polite. And Bush's quote about the soft bigotry of lowered expectations is fucking brilliant. And that's where we are. So that white people are fucked up by it too.
Oh, man. So what do we do? How do we fix
generationally, it will fix itself.
It's just going to take time.
It'll fix itself.
It will eventually. It's going to take many years.
This should have happened 100 years ago.
Oh,
this
please.
process should have happened 100 years ago.
Maybe another 100 years, it'll be a little better. We got to go to Matt in Virginia. This will sum it up.
Oh.
He's laying in front of someone's door?
This guy's got a great idea for a TV show.
Okay.
Matt, go ahead.
Matt.
Yeah, Chris Hansen's new Catch a Racist. So,
instead of Catch a Predator, we should get a show.
Hilarious.
Catch a Racist.
Great.
Hi.
Right.
Come on in. I have some sweet tea over here. We'll talk about the Negroes.
Come on in, I have a mint julep over here.
Yeah. So, I see you're here to talk race? Yeah. Some of your transcripts. Did you hear the one about the colored boy?
God, that's fucking brilliant. I wish I
great
had
idea.
That would be a wonderful
Just
show.
sit down.
Who can we pitch it to?
Yeah.
I think
CC?
SNL will do it.
Catch a racist.
Let's go to CC with this idea.
We are so fucking fixated on this issue where you can't, white people really aren't allowed to talk about it unless you're begging for forgiveness
or scolding another white person.
Or scolding another white person about it. Do you know you would never see Matt Lauer speaking out against blacks
never
on their side of it, where this disproportionate number of criminals and the what seemingly has a complete lack of embarrassment in the community. I think embarrassment is a great tool to keep people in check, like just a communal embarrassment. Whereas something happens, when you have Chicago and there's 17 shootings, 5 deaths in one fucking day on a Saturday night, there should be this communal embarrassment. Yes, there should be a communal embarrassment of the community. Yeah,
I can't deliver a kid to my own goddamn neighborhood.
75% illegitimacy. There should be embarrassment there. There should be embarrassment. Fucking father's just leaving.
Well, there should be, these things should all be being discussed at the very least every day.
Yeah, but you know what? You'll never see Matt Lauer. You'll see Matt Lauer bitching at a white woman for saying nigger 30 years ago.
Scapegoat, yeah.
But why won't he say, there is quite an amount of violent crime in the black community? Yeah. He'll never say that.
Here's what it's like. It's like when your girlfriend says, "Did you cheat on me?" And you've cheated on her. It's really hard to look her in the eye and go, no. Like, they're afraid that if they look something, like they address it head on, their own fucking sickening thoughts or their own closet paternalism is going to come out. It's all a way to deflect attention from their own feelings of superiority. It's fucking embarrassing.
I don't think it all is, but I think it's a good part of it. You're right. There's a lot of psychological, there's a lot of Jungian shit going on here.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
On everybo's part.
Not mine.
Black and white. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think we know where you stood when the example you used, you cheating dog.
That's not true.
Yeah,
by the way, if you people
choice
could
of
have seen,
examples.
if you ever want to see a throwback to the horrible times when they actually had those those like Al Jolson type,
yes.
Jim's expression when he was saying how not me cheating on his girlfriend was truly Amos and Andy would have been embarrassed by the overacting in that.
All right, fair enough.
His eyeballs were popping out of his head.
It was Garfieldish.
We have to break. We got guests backing up.
What?
Yeah, we got.
What do we have today?
We got Bert Marcus next.
But we have Carl.
We have two girls after that.
And then we got some Penthouse girls coming in.
Yeah, I'm not leaving. I want to see the Penthouse.
Yeah, you got
it. You're here for the fucking duration. Colin Quinn's doing the one-man show, Unconstitutional. I've seen it. Jimmy's seen it. It's amazing. I love this one-man show.
It made me sick to say, but it really was. Like, this is how good it is. All the comics, even when Colin's not around, are saying, like, oh, it was fucking really good. Like, it's weird when
you guys are mad it's so good.
Nah, but it's a weird.
Don't you want Kyle to succeed, though?
You of course you do, but we all tease each other and go, it stinks. Keith, of course. But even Keith,
we like to rib each other.
That son of a bitch is at another level. Like, that's the way people talk.
It's great.
It really is one of the fucking greatest pieces of stand-up I've ever seen.
It's perfect for our time, right, Kyle? Perfect for our time.
It talks about actually a lot of this racial stuff too. At least.
Yeah, but from a very guilty white point of view.
It's a wonderful show. I think the tickets are going to go really fast, so I hope our listeners start getting their tickets.
Yeah.
It's at the Cherry Lane Theater, July 4th through the 23rd. Get your tickets now by Googling Colin Quinn Unconstitutional. See, I was listening. I was paying attention.
Yeah, thanks.
That's the way to sell tickets, right?
Yeah.
All right.
After these messages,
the Opie and Anthony Show.
We'll be right back.
Sometimes the road to a blissful relationship can be bumpy.
Marriage
is I know both. Saying that you don't do a lot of stuff.
It's like it's a business. It's a machine.
One person's doing the twittering, which is Rich, and the other person is spelling all the words.
It's comedy's most dysfunctional married couple, Voss and Bonnie. If passion is like a roaring fire, then Voss is peeing all over it.
Is he an affectionate guy?
No.
Is he bad with like casual, loving touching?
Well, because sometimes he touches you, but it's like a toddler or a monster that doesn't hasn't figured out how to caress.
And why flatter the one you love and the mother of your children when you can shatter her fragile ego? Right, Rich?
Sometimes he calls my ass Margaret Cho's face.
Wow, Rich! So if you think your relationship is doomed, look at Voss and Bonnie and rest a little easier knowing it could be a lot worse.
I remember now what a dick he is. One time I was blowing him quite well, by the way, and he farted. And then he gets
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Not a whole thing.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Got Colin Quinn in studio. Colin Quinn is doing Unconstitutional. Come on, let's get our tickets, people.
Yeah.
Google Colin Quinn and Unconstitutional. It's going to be at the Cherry Lane Theater here in New York City, July 4th through the 23rd. All right, we got that going on. Yep.
Why is E-Rock wearing a casual shirt today?
Hi, Bert.
Are you in on the whole shirt thing with E-Rock?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Bert.
Hey. What's up, Bert?
What's up, buddy?
How are you, man?
I'm amazing. How are you guys?
Good. We're amazing, too, Bert Marcus. How to make money selling drugs.
Whoa.
There's a buzz on this fucking documentary. Big time buzz.
I've heard about it.
You haven't heard about it?
Yeah.
You haven't or heard? Or
I have heard about it, yeah.
See? Colin Quinn even knows about it, Bert
Maybe
Marcus.
online I saw something. I don't remember.
It's a story about you, yeah?
Well, you tell me if this guy would sell drugs.
This night.
19.
Very adorable.
We're going back a little bit.
A little bit of a,
Colin Quinn's been bragging.
You exfoliate. You look the same.
I moved product.
He's bragging, showing that old picture of himself to everybody today.
I think it's an awful photo.
Oh.
Well, you're only one man.
What kind of drugs were you doing back then, Carl?
Mescaline, speed, pot, just about those. Mostly that stuff. Once in a while, a little acid, but that was basically.
A little acid.
It was a big mescaline period. Quaaludes were big, 2-and-alls. 697s, Crossroads. I could go on.
Yeah, I could go on. And you tapped out at 24, right?
Yeah, I did.
It's been a while. So,
Yeah.
Did you ever sell?
Yeah.
No, I meant Bert.
Oh,
Yeah, with a name like Bert, I need all the help I can get. But no, I was never got into the selling thing. A lot of friends, obviously, a lot of people I was around.
So the documentary is about how to make money selling drugs. Do you interview drug dealers, or what exactly is it about?
We try to interview people from all sides and all perspectives of the war on drugs, and I think that's what makes this documentary different. It's set up like a video game, and so for all the gamers out there, and especially for that new generation that's kind of seen the same rhetoric and facts thrown down your throat for the last some odd years. This is kind of a very interactive thing for that younger generation to get in and see how they can get involved and hopefully end one of the biggest public policy failures, in our recent history.
We're not going to end the drug thing.
Well, we can only
we can try.
We can only get the awareness out there, and with awareness is the only way we can kind of instigate the action. So hopefully we did it in a fun way, and everybody's involved in different ways. So it was a blast to make, but very, very eye opening.
You got some really good people in this. I mean, Woody Harrelson, Susan Sarandon, Eminem, 50 Cent, Russell Simmons, David Simon, Ariana Huffington. How did you get all these people for this?
Obviously the topic alone, people are super reluctant. They don't want to be associated with drugs. And what's cool about this was each of these people, once they kind of saw the direction we were going in and seeing a new perspective as opposed to the same stuff, like I said. And most documentaries are made for people who like documentaries or art house flicks. And, our goal was to really make this for people who don't typically see those films.
Right.
And, all these guys had their own experiences. 50 was a dealer since he was 8 years old. He got through in it through his mom, actually. Eminem obviously dealt with from the addiction side, so it's been fun.
Yeah, we've had 50 Cent on the show talking about it. He's an amazing man. He's a businessman now.
Business.
Like a real businessman.
Business.
Yeah.
But back in the day, man, he was...
Well, let's not act like he's Henry Ford. Running the streets of St. Albans, age 11.
Fucking Carl.
He's the most profitable hip-hop.
Thank God Carl's here today. Huh?
He's actually the most profitable hip-hop guy alive right now. Not through hip-hop, but
because of that damn
vitamin
water.
Yeah, vitamin water.
You saw that water thing coming.
I should have got in on that one.
No kidding.
Somebody would tell me that I was to get out of here. Nobody's going to drink that.
Did he really make $100 million from that, or is that just...
He has never said how much.
Probably more.
Rumor was
That's
100
how much you know.
That was $100 million.
He laughs and kind of sort of, it's a shitload. A shitload. From water. God, why didn't we think of that?
Because we didn't. We were too busy making dick jokes here on the radio.
Should have dick water.
Always blew off the financial part of the
What
paper.
about the other stuff? What about that goat skunk? Remember Lil Wayne had that water? I don't think that did as well.
That didn't do as well, no.
Did Lil Wayne have water?
Sex. Yeah, it was called like goat, skunk, weed, sex, water. Nobody bought it.
Why would you buy that?
Yeah, maybe
Worst name
the
ever.
marketing wasn't as good.
Oh my God.
He was kind of jacked, so people were like, oh, maybe I'll be healthy like him,
Should have hired you.
Yeah.
You got to interview drug dealers in prison?
Yeah, we interviewed guys both in prison and people. The people that were in prison actually didn't make the cut, but the people, most of the drug dealers we had were, big, everybody from the street dealers to, guys who are running and making $200 million in the year.
Wow. Who did you get to talk? Because it says here you got Rick Ross, like Freeway Rick Ross, not the rapper, which I had to ask in the break who he was. He's like a legendary guy who's. Yeah,
he's notorious for he basically is coined with the guy that created crack and brought crack to America. Yeah. Jesus. So he he served many years in jail, and we got him actually.
You got in on the crack thing before it was crack? Fuck! What are we doing wrong?
We missed that and vitamin water. Fuck.
We could have got in on the crack thing before it was called crack.
The CIA pipeline. Rick Ross.
How much time did he do?
I think he had a 25-year sentence, but he served 5 years.
Why only 5 out of the 25?
He served 5. I mean, the way that it works now with having guys as informants and setting people up, I mean, it's a very complicated web.
But he wasn't an informant.
He wasn't. He was actually set up, but he got out through a very. It's revealed in the film, but it's a very interesting. His situation's actually very interesting because he's coined as the guy that brought crack, but in his local neighborhood, he's like a local Robin Hood. He was handing out money to all the people that needed it,
like Escobar was doing in Colombia.
I think if you're the guy that brings crack to America, maybe you should stay in jail a little longer than 5 years. Don't you think?
It's interesting.
I mean, wow. It says something about the prison system, I think.
The prison system's a whole nother, a whole nother beast. One of the fastest growing businesses in the country right now.
God bless, right?
We're locking everybody up.
That's what I say. Throw them all in the slam. That's what I call it, the slam.
It's scary.
Up the river.
What is Rick Ross doing now that he's out?
He's actually doing a lot of public speaking and talking to young people and explaining how he got into it and how our system
now
works.
that he made his money, he's going to tell everyone not to do it, right?
He lost all the money.
Oh, he ended up losing his empire?
Yeah. So
his crack empire?
Yeah, the funny thing is he was really involved with like the building churches and schools and hospitals. I mean, there was a lot of good actually behind him as well. Obviously.
So he took his crack money and he was building churches and schools and hospitals?
He definitely was supporting them in his local community.
All right, gave him back to the community. That's not too bad.
That's what Pablo Escobar did in Colombia. That's why they loved him so much. Yeah, he would build all kinds of things for the community. And the guy El Chapo, I think his name is, the guy that runs the Mexican Sinaloa cartel. Same thing. I mean, the people protect him because he puts so much money. So many people feel indebted to him that they don't look at him like he's this awful guy. They don't care what product he's pushing. Yeah, they look at him like he's putting money here and, we'll look out for him.
Making things better for some people.
Yeah. He's charitable.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, that's the smart thing those guys do. Drug dealers
It's the smart move.
It is yes. El Chapo was always smarter. But that's the thing you do is if you take care of the people in the area, they kind of look out for you and protect you, it seems.
Yeah, until we fix the broken system, to be honest. That's the whole point, is that people like this can, how they get involved in it and why they get involved in it. And
well, why do they get involved in it?
You have a black market right now that's making this stuff beyond profitable for people. And so when people can get their hands on it and they have no opportunity and no education and no way out and being able to kind of make something of themselves, this gives a lot of people purpose and gives people, something to do. And it's, especially in their local communities, they're like local celebrities. And,
like
then
Colin.
Yes, except they do less damage to the community.
Colin's just going to sip his Diet Coke until you go fuck yourself. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Oh, he's going to come back strong.
No, I'm not.
No.
Also, nobody comes back strong when everybody goes, oh, yeah, here we go.
I'm not saying
say something then.
I'm not saying right now.
I'll get you guys back.
But it will happen. That's all I'm saying.
Pressure's on.
So when I was growing up, we used to deal drugs, but it was different. It was like everybody dealt to each other. So nobody ever made money.
Like Pooh would deal to you.
Whoa, let's leave his name out of it. But I'm saying, what we would deal, it was called keeping your head. Oh. So you had to have enough drugs for your head. So everybody dealt,
of course.
But nobody made that much money.
You just wanted to have fucking weed.
We just wanted to have your own weed so you'd all sell to each other.
So the profit, there's no profit except for the fact that you had some weed.
Weed dealing, drug dealing thing.
Yeah.
We interviewed Frank Lucas, and I would love to get Nicky Barnes. I would love to interview. I think he's out of jail, isn't he?
I think so.
Did you get him for the film or no?
We didn't. I think he might have been in jail at the time.
Because he did that center spread for the New York Times,
right?
And fucking Jimmy Carter saw it. Oh, no, this guy's got to go.
Whoa.
Because they were going to use his mugshot, and they told his lawyer, if he doesn't do a photo shoot, we're going to run the story with his mugshot. And they should have just let him use the mugshot, but I guess Nicky Barnes didn't want his mugshot in the New York Times Sunday edition.
Bragging.
Yeah, but that's bad when the president looks at your picture and goes, this guy has to be pulled off the streets. Wow. Who else did you get besides Freeway Rick Ross to talk to you?
We got one of the biggest international drug smugglers by the name of Brian O'Day, who's fascinating. He smuggled, I believe he made over $250 million.
Wow.
Yeah, he served over 10 years, and he's in the film, was really, really candid on kind of how he got involved in it and how this was like his only way to, make money at the time. He had, but was broke and kind of turned to it in a kind of an innocent way, and it blew up for him as a business guy. That's the thing, is these guys, a lot of the guys are not your typical, it's not a black and white kind of thing. It's like a lot of the guys are not who you would expect a lot of times.
Right.
And obviously, you definitely have the guys that are, but
what makes a guy go viral? Because you got a lot of these guys dealing, and then every once in a while you get one that goes viral and makes the $250 million.
Right.
He's got the brains, man. He's got the brains. He had a really amazing kind of system set up and people working for him, and how he got things in the way that they would smuggle it in through ponchos and soaking it into clothing, and I mean, you name it.
It is amazing. Like, there's a great book called The Man Who Made It Snow about a guy named Max Mermelstein who was married to somebody fairly high up in the Medellin cartel. Like, he was one of the only Americans to get access to, like, Escobar. And who were the brothers? The Ocha brothers? The guys that kind of...
The Diaz brothers.
Slam the keys down. But yeah, that was really interesting on how they started flying the drugs in, and how they came up with dropping the packages in the ocean, and how he thought he was going to be killed when they lost a big shipment because the packages fucking burst when they hit the water, and then he had to go to Colombia. And explain why fucking millions of dollars worth of merchandise was floating in the Atlantic Ocean.
Imagine his face when it exploded.
His opening line to the Ocha brothers. Funny story.
The title.
Got to take pictures of that shit to prove that it broke too.
Well, he said it was basically they wanted to know what it was, and he had to say, "Is this they like? Did he steal from us, or is this the cost of doing business?" And they came to the conclusion that
could you do the accents next time you do those characters?
Yeah, I just
from us, or is this the cost of doing business?
Yeah, well, they were just older Jewish men. Is this the cost of doing business?
Yeah, I mean, if the laws weren't the way they were, the way that they are, and they weren't set up the way that they are right now, people wouldn't have the incentive to getting into this industry and the drug trade the way that it is right now. And I think that's the biggest thing, is us as people just really looking at where we are as a country and taking our rights back. I mean, this is something that I think a lot of people are just like, it's a failed war, and we all know this, but I mean, we spent $1 trillion. Imagine if we spent that $1 trillion on productive solutions or things that actually helped people, or anything else.
Do you think they should just legalize it? But what about, do you think it's affecting, I always want to know, do you think it's affecting these cartels right now, all the legal pot?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's costing them a lot of money, right?
Absolutely. I mean, what happens is these cartels are making more and more money the more, the harsher our drug laws are. I mean, that's just
And do you
fact.
think all the legal pot, like, they probably hate that?
Absolutely. They can't stand it. But I don't think it's just, a black and white thing, like just legalize everything and people walking around. I mean, otherwise,
everyone's a junkie.
I think that, in all honesty, though, there's a lot of things out there that people do out of desperation and out of necessity. And I think that, if we look at things and don't judge them so harshly as a black-white issue, and start, saying what we can do and taking things on an individual basis, I think we'd be a lot better off.
I'm annoyed I didn't see this, because I've heard about it, and there is, like, I hate to say there's a buzz about it, but I mean, people are talking about it. And
absolutely,
it premieres. It opens when, and Mike Tyson is the exec producer on it.
No, that's a different film I'm doing.
Oh, okay. That's
boy.
Champs. Yeah. I was going to ask you about Mike Tyson. You guys really are good friends?
Yeah, Mike's a good buddy.
We've had him on, and
I love Mike.
He's become a regular. We love the guy.
Mike's the man.
Now that he's opening up and just not that serious Mike Tyson that we saw for most of those years, he's great. He's a lot of fun to hang out with.
And he's a character.
You were a groomsman at his wedding?
I was in the wedding. We had an amazing. He had a kind of a secret wedding. He had a birthday party. He and his wife. Actually, Mike's birthday is this Sunday, and he and his wife's birthday is about a week ago. And at the time, they'd been together like 3 years. I think they were actually legally married, but never had a formal ceremony. So they were doing a joint birthday and surprised all the guests, and made this it was a very small, intimate wedding, but it was awesome. And Mike's hilarious. And as you know, really witty, quick,
really quick.
I mean,
he's very silly. That was my favorite part of his show. Is this, like, to see him behaving silly is fun to watch.
Yeah, the one man show I'm sure you've seen, and now HBO picked it up.
Which is special,
which is great, because it was amazing.
Yeah, he's been through everything. I mean, that's the thing about Mike, is he's legitimately been through everything. It's the good, bad, the ugly. He's there, and I think now he's kind of had a moment to take a step out and reflect, and I think that's what makes that
And you're a big boxing fan. You made Champs, which is a look at celebrities that love boxing.
It's not even a boxing film, and it's not even made for celebrity or boxing junkies. It's really about the mindset and heart of a champion. And it's about, for anybody that is out there that has been through anything that, insurmountable obstacles and feels like, they've had the toughest time or a bad shake on stuff. It's the type of film where, hopefully we're trying to make it like the Rocky documentaries where you really are, it's a lot bigger. Boxing is kind of used as the vehicle.
Okay. Well, it's called Champs.
Yeah, it's almost like a small independent film cast. It's got Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mark Wahlberg, De Niro, Denzel Washington, Ron Howard, Jeremy Piven, Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, and Bernard Hopkins.
But those are like well-known people, Jimmy.
No, I was just kidding. I was giving the opposite.
I thought...
No, literal, Anthony. It's a
See
fucking...
what we did there?
We had Sugar Ray Leonard on, too. We almost got him crying.
He almost cried.
I think we backed off at the last second. We didn't want to be here as he's crying, I think.
I wanted that.
I think we all felt kind of awkward.
We were talking about his abuse, and he had been. You read his book. He talked about being abused a little bit, and he kind of.
He shares it in our film. Yeah.
Oh, he does. Oh, he does. Okay, but
does he cry for your film?
He's a great public speaker. I mean, he's known as that's what he does. That's what he does. But
we loved him.
Yeah, he's an inspiring, amazing.
He was
guy.
terrific.
Well, we were talking to him, and he was talking about that, and he looked like he was ready to cry. So it was a nice pause and a pregnant pause and kind of a nice moment. But there are some people who are uncomfortable with emotion and just kind of went, it's okay, right? It's okay, right? Some people.
I don't like when people kind of get that emotional shit going.
He was good, though.
I got to cut that right off. Nip in the bud.
I'm sure you love that.
Yeah, I probably was like,
Tits. Bring in the tits, please. Let's change the subject.
Assy tits.
Oh, yeah. Fucking monster.
That was the best.
What happened?
I'm just showing him my favorite Golovkin.
Oh.
He's a killer.
Was he a boxer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
In Kazakhstan, is that where he's from?
Yeah.
Well, tell us more about him.
Deadly.
Is he a heavyweight, lightweight? What's his record?
No, I was just having a moment with Bert trying to show him, hey, I got the inside dope on the box.
It was a nice one, but you talked it into a microphone and we have ears, so I would like to know more about this guy.
No.
All right.
Maybe Bert can tell you about him.
Bert,
what's
comment?
Cool? He's an amazing guy and loves long walks on the beach. Actually, the guys in our film, what's interesting is it's not, a lot of guys look at boxing and it's kind of, it's a dying sport, and I think a lot of people have an appreciation of where it's from and what it stood for back in the day, and then obviously it's been corrupted a lot over the years. And this film's really, the things that these guys have gone through in life and how we all do is really what struck with me, because to be honest, I wasn't the biggest boxing fan before I started this project. I like boxing. I'm a sports fanatic, but really it was about these guys' stories were so relatable to anybody from anywhere in life, which was beyond fascinating. I mean, even someone like Mary J. Blige, who's in the film, she, Mary, I know, outside socially, and she was just like, wow, like, what project are you working on? Once we talked about it, she got really into it and was like, you know what, I resonate with fighters and the things I've been through. I don't know if you guys know her story, but just from the drug abuse, and was homeless at one point and was abused as a child. And she really related to these fighters at a young age, even though she's not a huge boxing person.
She was homeless before she became famous?
She was, yeah, at one point in her life. So she's, it's a perfect example of someone who's just like been through the ringer and looks at someone like Mike and these guys is very, very relatable. And it's kind of, as an audience member, you're like, wow, I'm not that different than these guys. There's something for everybody.
You got famous friends, man.
With a name like Bert, you need all the help you can get.
For real, you got famous friends. The drug movie is the first one that we all got to check out, and then we're going to check out Champs, later on this year, I think.
Yeah.
Make Money Selling Drugs opens Wednesday the 26th. It's showing at the IFC Center here in New York, and then it expands out to L.A., Seattle, Portland, and Atlanta on Friday. And you can also, if you don't live in these areas and you don't want to fucking get on a plane to watch a film, you can get it on demand. This is the beauty of the internet. It is available on demand Friday.
I like that on-demand thing for some
it's amazing.
Movies.
It's fucking amazing.
It's about time.
Yeah. It's on demand right now, actually.
No, I know.
Yeah.
They
we
used
did it day and day.
They used to only put the shitty movies on demand before, but now it's like the legit films are finally putting up there for us to watch at home. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was on demand.
It's available on demand.
Wait, it's how you can actually reach the masses. Finally, it's the archaic old studio systems is gone.
They would only do it with the shitty films.
Yeah, go to iTunes.
They're not doing that anymore.
It's on iTunes.
I'm sorry, Bert. It opened yesterday. Why wouldn't it say opened yesterday? It says opens Wednesday the 26th.
Someone's fired.
Yeah, let's hope so. It's on demand Friday now. iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and what is Vudu?
It's similar to those. Vudu's great. Got different kind of on-demand films, new great movies.
I had no idea this was available. I would have watched it because Roland's like, you got to see it, you got to see it. And I'm like, where?
It's available on TV.
Yeah,
and
maybe he told me. I just didn't understand it. Did you try talking to Roland? It's a fucking abomination.
Oh Easier listening.
He's going to give me a cronut.
Yes.
Oh, he's still talking about those hunks of shit?
Said if I give him $120, he'll give me a cronut.
Yeah,
he's obsessed with the cronuts.
He's dealing cronuts.
He is. He's a cronut dealer.
So he is.
Well, have you one?
Because the cronut guy is stupid. He doesn't understand how to run a business. He only makes, I think, 32 a day.
Yeah,
there's a huge demand, and he refuses to make more.
I feel like it's a sham.
Yeah, he assumes Cronuts are going to be really hot a year from now. Fuck.
I feel like all these guys in line are hired by him. I don't know. I feel like this is a
they line up at 5:30 in the morning.
Maybe
for a
we need
dumb
a new Cronut connection.
Why wouldn't you make just a shitload?
Get some Columbia Cronuts.
I understand the supply and demand thing to a point, but Jesus.
Yeah, capitalize your shit.
Yeah,
I
you
hate
idiot.
that guy. I hate him.
Yeah, we hate him.
I hope Cronuts cause leukemia and it comes out and he's ruined. He's a prick.
He's making us beg for Cronuts, and then we did beg. We were stupid enough to beg, and we're still not getting our Cronuts.
How are they?
We don't know.
I heard
to this day we don't know.
I want to buy. My goal is to buy two and then take them out in front of everybody online and just step on them on the ground. It's just not a very big goal at age 44, but it's something I want to do.
Let's film that.
That would be nice. The destruction of the Cronuts, like a 2-minute documentary.
It's like when he did the Rich Voss's CD when he came out.
I bought Voss's first CD.
He bought the first CD in front of all of us. He goes, "How much?" And Voss goes, "I'll give her one." He goes, "No, I want to pay for it." And he paid for it and just dropped it and smashed it. We all had a lovely laugh.
It was one of my greater moments, and it's the most happiness that CD brought anybody fucking since.
I think I have my next documentary.
Just breaking shit and paying for it and then breaking it. It just feels good. So, how to make money selling drugs. And it's not really how to make money selling drugs, right? It's kind of an anti-drug thing.
To be honest, it really is a how-to guide. We set it up, like I said, a video game, a how-to from the corner street dealer to running a drug cartel, and it's literally shows you from every angle, from every side, people's different point of views, and also how it's imminently fundable. Like it's endless. The money is everything, and that's kind of what this is, as opposed to just following one story or one specific
laundering.
Any of it. It's really just following the money.
Kind of like The Wire.
It's a lot like The Wire. If you like The Wire, if you like Breaking Bad, it's really for...
This movie's for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are definitely inspirations for us.
What level do you have to start chopping people's heads off? Like, what level? Do you, in order to be one of those giant cartel guys, you got to get your hands dirty there? You got to start lopping heads off?
It's brutal, man. I mean, like in Mexico, I think over the last 6 years, 50,000 people have
It's crazy.
I mean,
that's a great question. Where's the crossover from? You're just dealing a little coke to you're dumping a body in these rivers.
Like, I got to start chopping heads off. I can't believe I'm up to this point.
Where is that? Where is that fucking line?
I'm leveling up.
Does anyone know? Where's that line? Where next thing you know, you're like, what the fuck? I have to hack a body apart tonight?
But even in that world, the Mexicans are crazy. Like, drug dealers shoot each other, but American drug dealers don't saw heads off.
Yeah, and leave them in resorts.
They're fucking frightening, man.
Heads off is almost like hack at this point. They skin their head, they put on soccer balls and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I saw all kinds of evil shit. It's like a black comedy type thing now.
The worst video I've ever seen was a guy hanging upside down naked, and there was like 6 guys in fucking paramilitary gear standing around him with face masks on, and the guy is struggling like a fish on a line, and they cut his cock off, and then he just kind of goes like, it's a horrible... And it didn't even bleed that much, which was bizarre. And then they slowly saw his head into a fucking bucket upside down. They saw his head off.
And you watched the whole thing.
And you know what the sad thing is? I don't believe that's the worst video you've ever seen.
Yeah,
no, or
true.
been in, actually.
Yeah, it's the worst one he's ever jerked off to.
Even that.
He's about to eat sushi.
Yeah. Oh,
Jimmy,
wow.
Jimmy,
respect.
Jimmy can watch this stuff. We can,
but it's
we not so
unsettling
much.
and it's terrible. But you know what? It's
How
fucking.
can you watch it though?
I was talking to somebody who wants to go to Mexico.
It's a cautionary tale.
And I'm like, don't go.
Why? Mexico's all right. And you can go to certain parts.
Yeah.
It's a giant country.
Exactly.
It's like saying don't come to the United States because Detroit.
But it's different because they can't. No, it's much different because the
I was in
drug.
Mexico last year.
Exactly.
They treated me like a homecoming king.
The drug dealers, they don't care about the cops. They don't. It's not like being here because they don't behead police officers here and throw them in the fucking town square.
Now who's being naive?
Yeah, I mean they run everything there though. That's the truth. I mean, the cops don't have half the weapons they have. They don't have half the power.
Right.
I mean, the cops are completely outmanned.
And the
If
Zetas
their
are all
guys are
cops. They're ex-cops.
Absolutely. And if their guys are in jail, guess what? They take a bunch of guns, military guys.
Get them out of there.
Bring a tank, literally, and walk them in and walk them out. And we have a video of that in the film.
Wow. And that guy Juarez fucking killed all those people in the rehab. He fucking broke into a rehab and murdered everybody trying to get clean from drugs in the rehab.
Why?
Because he's a piece of shit.
Because it was bad for business.
Yeah.
Is that El Gaucho? Who the hell were you talking about?
El Gaucho. El Gaucho.
Oh, El Chapo?
El Chapo.
No, you silly goes. El Chapo.
Charlie Chapo was
what
right
the
there.
fuck, whatever. Fucking double beheadings, Comia. They don't know. No, they don't know where El Chapo is. He's in the mountains somewhere. They'll probably never find him.
By the way, we have a new app that we're launching today. We haven't actually even announced it, but I'll announce it here. We have it's called Tug of War, and literally anybody who likes the movie or is passionate about this subject or just wants to know how to get involved and actually, because a lot of times you watch a film like this, you're like, great.
Right.
Now, what the fuck do we do? It's been 40 years and there's just a documentary. We don't want it to end there. The whole idea is to open up that conversation, not be scared to talk about things like this. And, you can get involved in organizations that are going to hopefully get to the government, and we need to force that change as opposed to just waiting on politicians to make changes, because that's just not not in the cards.
That'll never happen.
Well, you can see it now on demand, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, or on Vudu. And if you happen to be here in New York, it's at the IFC Center in New York City, playing now. It then expands to LA, Seattle, Portland, and Atlanta if you'd rather see it in a theater on Friday.
Yeah, in New York, we're doing a Q&A too. Me and the other producer on it, Adrian Grenier from Entourage.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we'll be doing a Q&A after the film tonight. So definitely come out and
where is IFC?
Say what's up?
Yeah, where is IFC?
In Greenwich.
Okay,
let's go.
In Greenwich.
I heard crickets, guys. This is not a good sign.
Let's go. Jimmy just looked at
on.
you.
I think it's 6th, and it's 323.
He messed me up because he said in Greenwich, and I'm thinking
no,
Connecticut.
323 Greenwich.
Oh, okay, because he said in Greenwich.
On Greenwich.
I'm like,
I meant on.
fucking Greenwich,
Thoroughly.
So you're trying to figure out how to drive to Greenwich, Connecticut.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
All right, at least he knows what happened.
Yeah, it's
there,
right on 6th Ave. It's
okay, it is.
We made it look like we had no desire to see your movie.
Yeah, 10 minutes from here.
Yeah,
Stay on Biscayne.
I'm going to see this
Don't
movie.
get off Biscayne.
Bert Marcus, thank you so much. How to make money selling drugs. We really appreciate it.
Guys, I don't want to go.
A website or Twitter?
Yeah, check out the website is on TribecaFilm.com, and you can look us up on Facebook too. And definitely check out the new app, Tug of War.
And come back when you're promoting Champs later this year.
Yeah, I'll bring Mike.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, we love Mike. He comes in. He's very fun.
He's great.
All right, cool. We got to take a quick break, and then we got Tits next. So
thanks, fellas.
We go from you to Tits. So, and Colin Quinn is here, and it's great. Stay there.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Colin Quinn. Colin Quinn is a big star. As much as
Are we on?
Yeah, as much as we make fun of Colin Quinn, he's a big star for real.
Big star,
as we all know. And he's got this new one-man show, Unconstitutional. It's going to be at the Cherry Lane Theater July 4th through the 23rd.
Oh, yeah.
It's an amazing one-man show. We all have seen it, and we love it. And he's got a lot of press to do tomorrow for Unconstitutional. He's trying to rearrange his entire fucking schedule because Marion and Lady Di are making their big return to the show tomorrow.
You got to come.
I've got to come.
No, he knows that. We just discussed that for like 10 minutes, and he's trying to figure out his schedule. He's like,
hilarious.
He might cancel some really important interviews just to be here tomorrow.
The day I fell in love with this show and you guys was the day when the Video Music Awards was the most prestigious event, And you guys
right before
took
9/11 for people.
Yes.
Okay, it was
and
right
you guys
before
took
9/11.
them as your dates
Yes.
to the Video Music Awards, an event that people were clamoring to bring in the hottest, and you guys brought those two. I said, this is the funniest thing ever.
We were in the middle of contract negotiations, and of course, you know, the radio company also owned the VMAs, MTV, and to really make us feel special, they gave us our own section on the red carpet. Everyone else, like really big name fucking outlets, they were all squeezed in this other area, but they're like, give Opie and Anthony some space. We want to show them we really do appreciate them. And it was me, Anthony, a producer, and these two. Plenty of arm room as everyone else was squished together.
Horrendous.
And all the celebrities, and we were in the best spot too. They went through the crowd, and then we were the last stop before they went inside. It was like prime real estate. And they assumed we were going to take it seriously and have these legit interviews with everybody. And instead we said no. Me and Ant did the radio broadcast behind them as they were asking all the questions.
Those pigs cost me a Mick Jagger photo.
I was just telling Kyle, he was the only one that was smart enough to know what the fuck was going on and would not fall for our trap. He started walking over to us. He saw Lady Diane Marion, and he fucking bolted.
He shook my hand. I said, hey, man. He goes, hey. And then they're like, hey, Mick Jagger. And he walked away, and I wanted to cut their heads off.
Do you understand? Those two, their looks. He hasn't had to look at girls like that since he was 15. Since the first Stones, just the first concert they did.
And we were going back over it. It was a whole thing leading up to the VMAs where they got their hair done. Like Marion was bragging how she got her hair done for the big event, and you couldn't even tell she got her hair done. And then they were talking about the dresses they bought from like Kmart or something. You couldn't even tell they were new dresses.
Lady Diane Marion to the MTV Awards.
The greatest thing ever.
I remember the bosses fucking hated us for it. They just didn't understand the humor in the whole thing.
They were the worst.
They were so mad at us.
That was.
They went from like trying to take care of us to so mad that we would do that.
That was one of the best things ever.
How dare! Well, but they're coming back tomorrow, and with that, Colin is rearranging his whole schedule.
I know I do.
I haven't seen Lady Di in years.
We're gonna try to get them in by 7:30 tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll do the first hour like we do, and then move into them. Huh?
Yeah, it's historical.
And you were the one that put him over the top.
It's a historical event.
Because you not that you obsessed about, but you really you hammered it home how great that was to us. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we do have something here.
It was so brutal that it was great. It was the epitome of brutality of real life, just like, ugh.
Yeah. We got Rachel Jantel back on the stand in the George Zimmerman.
What's he saying
about Martin case? And I think people owe me an apology, right?
She's admitting that she can't read, and at least cursive writing. She's saying, they asked her, can you read typed written words? And she kind of looked around. She went like,
she can't read. And
I don't think she can read.
I tweeted that last night.
Great education here in the United States. Yeah, just pass her right along.
My tweet was an observation. My tweet was an observation,
yes.
and I got a lot of shit for it. I said I would like to know what she's thinking about on that stand as she makes believe she can read. It was so obvious to me she couldn't read what was in front of her.
Yeah,
and now she's admitting it. Why don't we just pot it up for a minute?
Yeah, pot that up.
Of the case, if you will.
There we go.
Yes. Right? And those facts included you saying that Mr. Zimmerman said, "What you doing around here?"
She's gonna lose her mind today.
She looks pretty.
You do acknowledge, though, the first time that you were asked that question in your interview with Mr. Crump later that day, your response was that Mr. Zimmerman said, "What are you talking about?"
Yes.
Now, the saddest was the poor father yesterday. Trayvon Martin's father just shaking his head like, no.
He fucking planted his head right in his hands.
Yeah. He knows.
And that was it.
He knows this isn't working out well.
Coming through here. Once a witness starts cross-examination, once they start cross-examining a witness, the state cannot prep them anymore.
Oh, okay.
If they do, what they discussed is fair game for the defense. So she's on her own again.
Look at that. Look what the news is saying, CNN. She says she heard Zimmerman say, "What are you doing around here?" But they're not saying the correction that she originally said. He said something else.
Yeah.
Right. They are fucking lying.
Yeah, her deposition and what she's saying now really conflict with each other.
We got Bill Burr calling from Hollywood. Hello, Mr. Burr.
Hello.
Hey, Bill.
We got Colin Quinn in today, and we're discussing Rachel Jantel, who's on the witness stand
Star
again today.
witness.
The star witness that everyone
for the state in the
really
Zimmerman trial?
enjoyed yesterday.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
All right. I haven't been keeping up on that.
I wasn't really keeping up on this case until she appeared.
She is amazing.
She's a treat, man. She's got Twitter a buzz.
Yeah.
She will absolutely make you miss Patrice O'Neill, though, when you see her.
Yeah, she looks exactly like fuck. I've never wanted him to be here so badly in my life.
So you can just point and laugh. Yeah, she kind of looks like Patrice in drag.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll have to check that out.
Dude, Bill, she looks so much like him. Like when you look below her hair, like just above the eyes, the shape of the face, the fucking expression on her face, it's like literally Patrice in a way I could not get over. He would love it.
Yeah.
He would love seeing this happen because he would see the case falling apart.
And another day where we miss him because the shit he would have on this would be just so over the top.
Oh my God! Right?
Yeah, when all that Paula Dean stuff came out, that made me miss Patrice. I would have loved it.
Yeah, he'd have been all over that too.
And he would have taken her side in a way and known that she was he might have said she was a racist or she's awful, but he would have fucking killed everybody for being shocked about it.
Right.
Yes.
And dishonest about it.
He also would have appreciated the fact that she actually admitted, because she didn't have to. Like, if they used the N-word, she could have just said, no, never. She was just like,
Yep. And obviously she should have lied about it in hindsight.
She was a little too honest. I used to sing it at birthday parties.
Stupid her thinking that, something she said 30 years ago shouldn't matter right now.
Right. Yeah.
But it does in this new society we live in.
Amazing.
I don't like that Bill's doing...
When you have a slavery-themed wedding, I mean...
Yeah.
That's a little rough.
That was a little rough.
I know how you guys are going to try to find the benefit of the doubt there, but I mean...
No. We found the humor in it.
Yeah.
It's
hilarious.
I'd love to go to that wedding.
Right. Hey, Bill, a bunch of people around here have seen The Heat, and they're saying that you're good in it, man. Congratulations.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. They're don't blink, you're gonna miss me. I have my usual role, like 8 lines, and I'm out.
I was talking to someone about that. They said you were in this movie more than that.
Oh, they're being very nice.
Jesus.
It's still nice. It's still good to get it.
I like it. Bill,
go see it, and I don't know, hopefully it makes a bunch of money, and they'll do another one.
Bill's the over-the-top, loudmouth Irish bad guy or cop.
I play a redheaded, angry douche from Boston. So it was a big stretch for me.
I love it, man. It's so fun to see you in those those movies. When you were with Walken and Pacino, I'm just like, this is fucking hilarious.
That's great.
Look at him. Oh, our little Bill.
I don't find it hilarious.
No?
It makes me physically ill to see Bill starring with fucking A-listers. Just doing scenes with You did a scene with Pacino, man. That's fucking amazing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
Like I said, 8 lines. I'm the king of it. If you need 8 lines in a movie, I'm your guy.
And then I guess you were on Conan last night?
Yes, I was. I did. Went out and did panel for to hype this movie, The Heat. Jesus, I'm the worst. It was about an unsmooth
Bill,
I was on show movie.
This is exciting, man.
Yeah, we're happy for you, man.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy, who I think is hilarious.
Oh, she was here the other day. I wish we would have gone.
Why wouldn't she come on our show?
I don't know.
Probably came in at like 3.
Oh,
probably. It's coming late.
Yeah.
Who's here today? Miley Cyrus?
Yep.
Is she here yet?
She texted me.
So I hear that, I'm going to acknowledge that, that she's not taking pictures, though.
I don't care. I already got one with her.
Yeah, but this is the new fucking hot, with the little hot pants and short hair.
Right. I got her when she looked 15. I win. Is the movie out tonight, Bill, or Friday?
It comes out on Friday. Comes out on Friday, so hopefully
Tomorrow.
A bunch of people will go see it.
I think it's going to do very well, man.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got a back end on this?
No. I have I got the you're lucky to be here money.
I love it.
Hey, Hernandez got arrested for murder, huh?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that.
Dude, You know what's funny is how much people are into sports up in Boston. I'm talking to my friends. I'm literally like beside myself that someone could throw their life away like that. My buddy's like, dude, he goes, Gronk's getting injured all the time. Now we lose Hernandez. Who's Brady going to throw to? They don't even give a shit that it kind of, transcends the stupid game. Like,
right.
They're just like, how are we going to beat the Dolphins?
Wow.
That guy, man, and that was all premeditated. I mean, this wasn't like a spur-of-the-moment thing, like he killed someone and then realized, oh, my God, I think I just threw my career away. It's like, hey, let me just...
He knew.
Plan out a murder.
He had time.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like he was on drugs. It was just cold-blooded execution style. I mean, all alleged, of course, but like,
of course.
I have to think that his teammates got to be like beyond freaked out or weirded out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People snap and they fucking, I don't know, they kill somebody in like a crime of passion, but like, he did it like, I don't know, like a fucking hitman.
Planned out.
He just throws away $40 million. He was going to get $8 million a year for 5 years, and also an 8-month-old. There's an 8-month-old.
There's something else there. There's somebody had sex with the wrong person. There's something else there, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm waiting for the cell phone calls, to those tapes to come out when he calls the cleaning company. I can't wait. It's gonna be, dude, how quick can you get here?
You got one of those real good carpet cleaners, and something.
Bring extra bleach.
It is. People do snap, It's like one of the most original, funniest comics around, most prolific comics saying, don't blink or you're going to miss me.
Colin, you have to back for 4 minutes before you chimed in with your fucking cunty comment. I just love that you had to sit on it and slowly die.
Exactly. Oh, shit.
Listen, Colin, it's no one-man show, okay?
Look, I said you're one of the most brilliant, prolific comics, but I have to admit, I never heard anything more breathtaking than "Don't blink, you're gonna miss me," guys. You should have done that on a panel at Conan last night. You would have tore the house down.
You think that kind of downplays his normal, personality and act and everything to be like,
What, to be like anyone's uncle from like 1985? No. I think it's a witty comment because it means it's a small part.
Right. Holy shit.
Jesus.
You were in Crocodile Dundee. How did you hype it?
You guys are rough.
I told you. I tried to give myself a real part in that movie. They didn't appreciate it. I rewrote the whole script for them.
He rewrote the script for Crocodile Dundee.
Did you know that, Bill? When I was in Crocodile Dundee, I had one line, and I rewrote the whole script with a new guy leading Paul Hogan around New York, me, and handed it in.
That's a better fucking movie story than whoever was on the set of Brandon Lee's last film.
It's so fucking funny. What a set of balls on the young Colin Quinn.
Yeah. What a delusional ass I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
What?
I got to tell you, for the first 5 minutes, you guys were so nice to me. I really felt like you were setting me up for something.
No, man. We're happy for you. For real.
I love it. Drag me back in. Drag me back in. My friend.
See what this show has done to everybody?
So jaded.
Fuck. You're the one that pointed out that, you feel you would leave the studio on a nice, bright, sunny day, and you're like, what the fuck did I just do? I love that observation.
You kind of got away from that, though.
We're trying.
Yeah.
When I first was coming in there,
right,
there was that naked girl crawling around on the mouse traps for like food stamps.
Oh, yeah.
Patty.
Oh.
There was the guy with the mental problems, and we all walked off the show and left him in there. We tried to re-trigger whatever his problem.
Holy fuck! I forgot about that guy. He thought he was seeing, and then he thought he would see people, and then of course we have to be idiots and sneak back in the studio and pop our heads up and stuff to really freak him out.
Yeah, we used to yell at the working man down on the sidewalk.
Ah, right.
Remember that day we was screaming at that janitor like his life didn't suck enough?
That's true.
How much hate mail I got on MySpace? That's how long ago it was.
Yeah, that was the good old days. Are you kidding me?
Shit.
I forgot about that. We would put porn on the sidewalk and see who would pick it up. I love that bit to this day. That was a great one. We just have dildos on the sidewalk and just wait for someone to pick it up, and then we'd ridicule them. Didn't we have bullhorns that we'd start yelling at them?
We'd yell at them with bullhorns. Oh, you fucking pervert.
Come in and they'd bring Opie gifts, and he'd act like he liked them. We'd just smash them right in front of him.
They were shitty gifts. The poker chips.
I forgot about that.
I haven't forgotten about the poker chips because I think you got a really nice gift, and then it was like, oh yeah, there's 2 of them, 3 of them.
I got crappy ones.
Actually,
too.
yeah, Jimmy was filming Lucky Louie back then.
Wow, that's right.
I was in the studio when that happened, though. It's one of the biggest laughs I've ever had.
Oh, the poker chips? Yeah.
One of my biggest laughs ever.
Yeah, that was fucking great.
But now Bill Burr is in Hollywood, and he's moving up.
The Heat comes out tomorrow with Sandra Bullock. It's impressive, dude. It's great that you're doing that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you, too, Colin. I know somewhere in your dark heart you're actually happy.
All right. When you coming back this way?
I don't know. Maybe in July.
Okay. Yeah, I see you got a lot of dates. Go to BillBurr.com. Hyannis, the Cape Cod Melody 10 on the 12th. And
hey, Anthony, you'd like this? I'm doing a whole tour of the red states.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to go see all your people out there.
My people?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, racing out there to buy Paula Deen cookbooks and,
Oh, I thought you meant honest, law-abiding citizens of America, my people. You know, not fucking spouting out gibberish like fucking the Today Show. And walking on eggshells around fucking people because of certain words.
Jeez, Anthony, you sound worse than me trying to promote this movie.
I know.
You got to get a little more flow to it.
Honest, law-abiding. I know. I was watching the trial here. It's very difficult. I'm very distracted by this fucking trial.
Yeah, and we have girls.
Oh, there's girls?
What do you want on this one, Anthony?
I
don't know.
You know, I'm on justice's side, okay? How about we just hope justice prevails in this case, Mr. Burr? Hey, did you hear? Trayvon called him a creepy-ass cracker.
And I bet, you know what? I bet you believe everything from that side. And for some reason, I have a feeling you're questioning everything from the other side.
That is from the prosecution's witness, sir.
Like a blindly loyal sports fan.
Sir, that is from the prosecution's star witness, the girl that was on the phone with Trayvon right before he was...
He said that, then by all means, blow his brains out. Dude, that fucking guy is such a wannabe cop. I'm like that.
Is that illegal? Oh, I didn't know. Is wannabe cops? That's illegal. You want to be a guy that's going to keep the bad element out of your neighborhood, a neighborhood that's been robbed by people that you could profile and say that is a suspicious person. I should call the police.
Anthony, for the love of God, this is so predictable. This conversation between you and me. Why don't we switch up and I'll defend the fucking. Whatever that other guy. I don't. You know what the other thing is, Anthony? I could give a flying fuck.
I hear you. You're fucking. You got things going on in your life. I don't.
Flying fuck. Since when did a fuck have wings? Go ahead, Bill. Your turn.
Your turn.
What's it on you?
I hit it out of the pocket. I give it to someone else. Pass the baton, Chipper.
Your turn.
Oh, I love Chipper.
Your turn. Yeah. You answer that. All right, look, Mr. Burr, we're getting back to this trial. You have fun in Hollywood, okay?
See you soon, my love.
Okay, you have a good time, too.
Have fun in La La Land.
All of you guys. I love you, Colin.
Love you, Billy.
All right, I'll see you.
Take it easy, Bill.
The great Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Where are these girls?
The Heat opens tomorrow with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy.
Yes.
I think Bill Burr has a little bigger role this time around, too. I think he's downplaying it.
He might be.
I think so, too. But that movie sounds like an abomination.
Does it really?
Yes. Sounds like, hey, let's make a guy buddy movie with girls.
Hey!
These are girls that were trying to get on the bus.
Oh!
We're trying to get the...
Well, these are cover girls from fucking...
Holy
fucking
These are the girls that... Oh, my
amazing.
Lord.
They're showing their tits
they're
already.
showing their tits.
These girls are real hot numbers.
Tell Roland if he doesn't bring him in, he's fired.
Oh! Oh, they are lookers, as they call them.
They have some shapes.
Lookers. Nice figures on these gals.
Lady's bringing girls. She brought Melanie Monroe.
Oh, my God.
Hi, girls.
Come on.
Hi, you want to sit? We have chairs for you.
Hello, ladies. Pop right over there. Take a seat.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, guys?
Good, how are you?
Very good. I like you. Polish girls?
Yes, we are.
Very good. I like that. Wow.
You really are sisters?
Yes, we are.
Do we have
Not twins, but sisters.
Sisters.
You Les out?
Les out? That's crazy. Wow. So,
Very,
wow.
very nice.
You guys are on the cover of Penthouse magazine here. Looking beautiful.
Yeah, we badasses. That's an
Yes.
issue for our guys. So they always do badass.
The 7th annual Badass issue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it weird
I
being...
think more is important inside what it is. More pussy.
Yeah, more pussy. I like this
Hey,
guy.
look at that.
Did she say more pussy?
Yes, inside is better. More pussy.
Can you say it? Of course.
It's Natalie Starr and Natasha Starr.
No, Natalia Star.
Natalia.
I don't know how to say the Russian names.
It's Polish.
They're Polish.
Oh, all right.
Russian, what are you in a hurry?
No, look.
You hear what I said, Carl?
I heard it.
I have to apologize first for Opie for his geography is a little. It's not his strong suit.
Natasha's Russian.
Yeah, the name actually is Russian.
So
yeah.
How am I that
They
off?
hate Russians. They're Polish.
Right, there you
Yeah,
go.
they took my country.
Poland, yeah, they did.
Let me ask you something. Forget about what I look like now.
Colin's showing the girls pictures of when he was 18.
You were wild.
You're wild.
I look like Andrew Galata. You don't know who
Of
that
course
is?
they don't know who that
He was
is.
a Polish heavyweight.
Oh, okay.
Who's that?
A long time ago.
Cares, right?
Yes.
A long time ago, exactly.
Do you think she goes a
We
long
care
time
about
ago?
now.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Do you think he was handsome?
When did you come over to the States?
2000.
2000.
Yeah, we came to New York over here.
Oh my
points
God!
in
You must have been little tater tots then.
I was 7.
You were 7 years
I was
old,
13.
and you were 13.
He was blooming.
So you come over here, and what? You go to
She's a
school
dirty
and
one.
everything.
Yeah, I went to school in
Greenpoint,
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
You went to school in
Greenpoint.
Brooklyn. Yeah, there you go.
Good call.
Yeah. Officially, we didn't live in Greenpoint, but
Yeah. And then, now, how did you start figuring out? Hey, I think American men, they want to see our sexy body.
I just have to peek up.
I was a slut all over the place.
You were a slut?
Always a slut.
Were you a slut?
Yeah, I was like having sex all over the place.
God damn, that's fantastic.
I was open with my sexuality a lot. So
Yeah.
it's not like yesterday I opened and I want to do porn. Like,
It was
Right.
always
I was-
there, you know?
yeah.
It's always there.
So I was born to do porn, basically.
Would you notice oh my God, she's fucking everybody? Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah.
Oh man. So then you're
I
a
was
little.
like, let me watch.
Whoa. Would you watch her have sex with guys?
Yeah. Today, last night.
Last night?
Yeah,
Shit. And they're both naked in Penthouse, and she just moved her leg, and I tried to look at her panties.
Yeah,
It's
what is
amazing
wrong
how
with
that's
you?
just...
Wait, what about last night?
Whoa, that's great. Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
very nice.
Very nice
And Natalia
panties.
showed me.
I have black panties on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice
What happened
white
last night?
Dress.
Was there a good story last night, or no?
We went to eat dinner. We went to a sushi place.
Yeah.
And there was this girl sitting there alone eating by herself. So we invited her
kidnapped
to
her.
her table.
Yeah.
So we started eating. They started drinking wine, and then one thing led to the other. And she came to the hotel room with us.
Oh man! So then the 3 years are in the hotel room.
Yeah.
So there
and
was some
the funny
lezzing
thing
out.
is, her
There was
last
lezzing
name is
out.
Star, but in Spanish. So it
Estrella.
was like she
Oh.
was meant to be with us.
Of course.
Wait,
What
you
do you
guys
call?
have no problem having? Wow. Okay.
You don't mind
I
that?
watched. That's
Yeah,
all.
she watched. She
fuck.
took a shower and then she watched it.
Have you ever touched
And she said next time I join too.
Did you diddle yourself a little bit while you watched?
No.
No?
She was tired.
I was
maybe.
tired.
That's how jaded she is. She just went to bed while her sister was having a lesbian experience on the bed. How great is that?
Man.
That's
And
so
we have
hot.
one king size bed in the home.
Yeah.
Oh,
we have
So
to
it's like
share.
sharing is caring.
Wow. This is crazy.
Have you, the two of you ever had sex with a man at the same
Yes, we
time?
have. Yeah.
Comedian, maybe?
No.
Oh.
Would
he
you
was
like to?
also a porn actor.
What's
Oh,
that?
he was.
It was on film.
Yeah.
Do you have sisters? Is it weird for you? Do you touch each other on film?
Like
We
touch
don't
as
allow
in like
to.
our body, not our private parts.
I
You
can't
haven't-
figure her
No,
nothing
it's
like
illegal
that.
No.
for us to do
It's
that.
illegal?
incest.
That's
that
illegal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
Really, Lainey?
Because
Why
we're
is that
actual
illegal?
sisters.
Not in this room, it's not illegal.
No, not at all.
It's like the international fucking date
I
line.
can spank her in a movie. They told me to spank
This
her
is
ass.
sovereign soil like the Vatican.
I said we get a little spanking going on.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Why don't the one sister spank the
what
other
a great
sister?
Hold on, can we see your hiney?
God.
Hold on,
Carl.
Hold on. She's got to bend over. Yeah, why wouldn't
Colin's like right next to her.
Oh,
my God.
It's one sister, legitimately.
Jesus.
Wait, let me put the mic.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spank
my
her so
God.
hard. She's been bad.
Oh, she's slapping her like a Nazi soldier in the Warsaw Ghetto.
Yeah. Spank her.
You know, I've seen those videos.
You've been a
Very
bad
nasty.
girl.
Bad girl.
You dropped the meatballs or something.
What?
Yeah, the kielbasa.
Chip.
You were carrying
a black kielbasa.
Chip,
Hold on,
don't fuck up the
Kielbasa,
sexual
yeah.
vibe.
You gotta make it sexy. Like, all right, you were such a bad girl. There was a cat outside, and you backed over.
Chip is making it punitive.
Wow.
He made it into a moral
Bravo.
lesson for us all.
Wow.
I think this is what the George Zimmerman trial needs.
This
To
is
bring
what it's
everyone
all
together.
about. Yes,
Let's
yes.
bring everyone together.
Wait, would
I
you
heard of
spank her?
slapping
Racial
someone.
harmony.
I'm
Yeah.
not much of a spank. I like getting spanked.
You like getting spanked?
She's the older sister. She's
Oh, you
it's
do
a
the
weird
spanking?
dynamic.
You paddle the
disciplinarian.
youngster?
I mean, I don't mind it. You can spank me too.
I'd spank you. That's very
You
nice.
spank her.
You can spank
What's
me
that?
a little bit.
Give her the old,
Chip.
Lequalessa.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta bend over though.
Oh.
You've been so bad. You're not going out for 6 months or something.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I told you to unclog the toilet, but you didn't.
Chip.
You've been very bad.
Chip.
He's having a
What's that?
flashback.
Keep it sexy.
There was an old lady having a heart attack outside, and you didn't call nobody. You're very bad. You was too busy licking cooties, and the old lady died. The old lady's dead now, thanks to you.
Chip, that's not sexy.
Yes,
talk.
it is. Everybody's coming buckets. I'm so fucking horny right now. I could eat a pussy for 2 hours. Fucking piece of garbage.
They're nice ladies.
It combined the worst of his psychological flashbacks of his childhood.
Right.
Yes. Chip's mother had a lot of sexual incidents when he was young, and he still.
Yeah, he holds grudges.
Yeah, I used to see her through the bushes.
He doesn't quite get what sexy is and what
Yes, I
isn't.
do.
No,
I just made it. I was spanking her good.
yeah, but
Yeah, he was good.
what
He-
you're
he did
saying
good.
wasn't. But what you're saying, it wasn't like sexy talk.
Yeah, it was punishing her for letting the old lady have a stroke in front of the house.
I didn't call the
There's the
police.
part that's not sexy.
Yeah, you should have called 911, Chipper, instead of tugging your pud.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
She died in peace.
How old were you since you were a slut when you lost your virginity?
Yeah.
What would you say
12 and a half.
12 and a half.
How old was the guy?
Wow.
He was
He
younger.
was, like old a little bit than me.
A couple. How old? I mean,
Like couple years.
All right.
Yeah,
Sure.
38, 15.
47.
And what about you? Were you a little more?
I was 14.
Oh man,
That's a little more like it.
Who was the guy?
There you go.
He was 17.
Okay, that's fine. At least it wasn't like I'm some creepy molester.
And we're like
He is now, but
Americans, obviously, or were they Polish from the
Actually,
neighborhood?
it was during the summer when I went to Poland for vacation.
Oh,
So it's like a summer vacation type thing.
wow, what a vacation for him.
Have you ever sucked a penis together?
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that do you make out?
No.
No, you can't do that.
No.
Oh, we don't
But is
care.
it weird to like? They're legitimately sisters. Is it weird to suck a penis with your sister?
No stranger as it is for you.
No, because we share, we kiss the
no
dick.
stranger.
I just want to make the
Yeah,
I just
fucking
want to
good
make the dick
try.
happy, right?
Let's get them to make out.
a common
What?
purpose.
What? What happened? Oh,
Do you
I
ever
don't like
do you ever
guys.
hold each other's breasts like the?
Yeah, I love her playing with her boobs. She have nice.
Could I
big
see your
boobs.
breasts because I
They are really nice, right?
Yeah, holy shit.
I like the way he said it. Can I see your breast? Because I
know, I panicked.
Wow.
Holy
Let them
shit.
breathe.
I can't get
Your fucking honkers are nice.
No, see, Chip.
What?
Wow. That's
What wonderful breasts you
I'm
have.
gonna take
Are those all natural?
Yes.
They are.
Those are
right?
not. Those are not natural.
No, you can
God
tell
give
by the
us
way
a
they
natural
move.
Those are
I'm
not.
gonna
Those are
let them-
implants.
Yeah,
No, they're
that's
not.
mine.
Those are. I guarantee they're implants. They
You can touch them.
Okay, that was what I wanted.
You're gonna test if they fake or real.
Wow.
You're gonna
I'll test them,
You're gonna
okay.
test
That's
them.
amazing.
Yeah, you're gonna test them.
Okay, like this.
No, Chip. He's doing the karate chop massage move on there. He's karate chop. Chip, no. He's touching his head.
I'm banging the top of my head right into those titties.
Chip,
I'm thinking about it to get a bigger one.
They look like they
stay
feel
natural.
Yeah.
No, they feel real.
I want to hug them.
Kiss them, hug them, squeeze them.
Wow,
I just want
those
to
are
jiggle
so
them.
natural. Look,
Yeah.
they're so natural.
Those are fucking amazing.
Oh my. Yeah.
Oh my
bigger than
God.
Right? She's a little bigger than you, but you know what? The variety is the spice of life.
I like it.
Perfect.
I like the fact that these girls' tits are so nice they knock the chip right out of her.
Exactly. Chip took a hike.
Those are fucking like teardrops. They're amazing.
They're
Thank you for letting me feel your breast.
Wow, look at that now. Panties, go ahead. Lose the dress.
What do you have the dress on for?
It's beautiful.
Don't get nervous, girls. Don't get nervous.
I'm going to
My
leave
party.
my underwears on.
That is great. She got like a turquoise-colored little fucking...
Do they feel real or fake? They look like they feel...
You should touch them. You test them. You test them. Come on.
Jesus, Jim. That's amazing.
Okay.
Get the hair away.
Jim, what do you think?
They're heavy, right?
Yeah. It's like fucking like lifting two like fetuses.
No, Chip. You're gonna ruin the whole vibe.
Now he's ruining.
Gonna ruin it.
I know. Chip is
But imagine one with those boobs, like this.
They might be. I can't even describe how fucking amazing these girls are. Those are so sexy because all you see is fake breasts now. You don't see heavy, beautiful, real breasts.
I think natural they go now in back
Yes.
in.
Is it more in?
Yeah.
And what about hair care, ladies? What about hair care?
I have a bush, but it's only in the top.
We support bush.
What?
How much bush? Let's see. Let's see.
Oh man, yeah. See, that's great. Look at the pussy hair.
You have Arabic writing over your vagina?
Yeah, I'm getting it removed though.
Okay, what did it say?
No, what
It says
happened?
love and be loved.
Oh, okay.
In what?
In Arabic.
I'm sure.
Arabic.
Wait, so why are you getting it removed? Seems like a nice message.
Because she thinks that's what it says. It really says behead the infidels.
It says.
How you know that for sure?
Yeah.
I know because I wrote it. I went on Google Translate.
It probably says.
Oh my God.
Yeah, fuck me hard. Fuck me hard.
I want to Google Translate.
Oh my God.
No.
So why are you getting it removed?
Oh, well, I don't like it.
Were you going out with an Arab guy or something?
No, my best friend, she's Arabic. She's
What's
actually.
who?
My best friend, she's Arabic.
Uh-huh.
So.
Oh, so you decided to do that?
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
I get a sign that says Coda right there or something. Put a bunch of arrows.
That's a good one.
Fuck yeah,
Chip.
Carl.
Any other tats?
No, that's it.
No tramp stamp? You got tramp
She
stamp?
has one.
Of course I
Let me
do.
see the tramp stamp. Oh, yeah. Little tribal work right there above the A's.
God damn, these girls are fucking sexy, man.
This one was my first one, second one, third one, and fourth one.
What's on the
This
other
one
side?
is the third one.
There's 2 diamonds.
Yeah,
Two
this
diamonds?
one diamonds.
Oh, okay.
What type of parents make beautiful girl like this? Maybe factory,
41.
tractor worker, builder in Poland?
My dad is a construction worker.
He
He's
was
a bleaker.
construction.
Yeah.
My father, he make a tractor in factory. Mother also make tractor.
He's a good guy too.
Are your parents like cool with everything, or are they bummed out, or they?
I don't know. I never told her or him.
Whoa.
But we sent them the picture of the magazine.
Oh.
So it's like, we're hinting it.
That's more than a hint. What you say?
Yeah, it says Penthouse and you're half naked on the cover.
My dad he doesn't speak English, so he's not like.
You don't need to see
we
that.
tell him this is construction periodical about building of penthouses on buildings.
But he lives in Brooklyn, like, in Greenpoint, so his
Yeah.
word is Greenpoint. So he got Polish people, almost everything in Polish, so he knows only Polish people, so he doesn't know Penthouse is.
Right.
Yeah. So I told him it's a dirty magazine.
Is, though.
Yeah, does he have he must know, like...
I explained to him what it is.
Oh, boy. He's not happy?
He was like, okay,
He's okay. She said fine.
Yeah.
My mom says, wow. That's all she said.
Wow.
But I give my dad a hint what I do before if I'm doing porn. I mean, yeah.
That's got to be a little tough.
I did give
for
her
a dad, because it's always daddy's little girl, you know.
I remember when I was younger, I found porn in the house.
Yeah?
I'm like, what the
the fuck is this?
You didn't even know what it was?
I was like really young.
Oh.
No, it was in the house. She didn't know it was.
Oh.
My father was very civilized.
I actually found my dad dirty magazine when I was little, and I found it, and I went to the closet, and I closed the closet, and I was watching with the flashlight.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, and they were looking for me. They were looking
two
for me.
factory workers having sex on the assembly line before a boss come in. Very wonderful story of a woman that run the rivet on the tank line, and the man, he puts the pins in the tracks of the tank.
Would you be bummed out if you went to your parents' house and you found this one, like, well-worn in the bathroom?
That would be creepy. I mean, I want to send them one.
The picture's sticking and everything.
Oh, man, right?
Yeah, a bunch of cum on it.
Gee, Chip, you could leave it at that. We know what we're talking about. You don't have to, like, get so graphic.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Chip has no, like this.
He has no home training.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's very dirty.
I like dirty people.
So, what do you girls have? You making any appearances and stuff?
Yeah. Tomorrow. Wait.
Today we're
Today?
doing HQ.
Today we're gonna
At
host a party at headquarters.
Yeah.
It's just a strip club. You guys are all invited.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. You guys want to see some sexy pussy and sexy ass?
Yeah, I like seeing nice hot
Bring a lot of
coolers.
dollar bills down.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Speaking of which, Roland loves these girls as well, and he wants a lap dance.
What?
Yeah.
Does he?
I think we should take care of
I
Roland
don't know
today.
if I could give lap dances because I never stripped or, you know.
You can make it
I
up.
wanted to, like, you know, show you.
I think
You know what? I think we could judge
test it
you
and,
here.
You know, tell me if
tell
it's
you.
good or
Yeah,
not.
Pluses or minuses.
Yeah,
I think that,
he could rate mine.
Sure. Oh, you did well up until the point where you forgot to put your mouth on his dick.
What happened,
You know,
Troy?
we'll just fool her.
Roland's hiding.
Why?
I thought he wanted a lap dance. Or are you guys trying to make this happen?
If you guys gave Roland a lap dance, it would flash you back to like the minor petty official from the Communist Party.
I won't be that sexual.
Yeah.
No touching.
Well,
I don't know. He
looks like a corrupt border guard from Bulgaria.
we said, let's get you a lap dance. He didn't want one, and he's like, I'm trying to get Miley Cyrus picture, and he went running off.
I love Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
she's here today.
I know, I saw her.
Oh, you
You
did?
saw her.
I saw her back.
You should
You see a butt?
She would probably love you.
Yeah, but she was really
She's the
far.
same age as her.
I'd smooch you.
Take pictures with her. That'd be
Yeah.
good. Fucking Miley with
Well, who
the
else would want a lap
beautiful
dance
girls.
around here?
I want her.
You do?
Yeah, imagine her, you go to the bathroom and she's in the bathroom
Yeah,
and then
dropping a
Let me
big
tell you.
shit or something.
You ladies are beautiful, but it's a
you
big
need a
step up
tampon?
from a Spanish girl eating sushi to Miley Cyrus. You
might have to work a little. You might have to work a little harder.
It's not that hard.
No?
No.
Damn.
It's not as hard as you think.
No, I think it's pretty easy with you girls. That would be
I'll just walk to her like this. You know, hey, what's
Oh.
up, guys?
so perky and fun. Look at her go.
Hi, how you doing?
No, I don't think you're going to be like that.
I was wondering if I can make you come.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You got to lick that pussy good.
Yeah, that's no
one
problem.
can say no to that invitation.
Right.
Yeah. Go shake those puppies.
Wow.
I'd like to see Chip go to HQ tonight.
Fuck yeah, go to headquarters. Get
That
my
would be
pecker
good.
tugged.
Hecka tugged. There's none of that going
No, we
on.
don't do that there.
No. There's sexy dancing or
Yeah,
something,
just
right?
dancing. Just
And what? Can guys get pictures of you girls?
Yes,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
can.
yeah.
We're going to have to, we're going to sign the magazine.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna
Penthouse.
take pictures, you know, give away magazines, talk
Wow.
to fans, you know.
Are they going to come on our bus, Laney? We want them on the bus.
Yes,
oh, they're very cool. Yeah. It's so nice to have girls that are.
What
Laney
kind
brings
of
the best
bus?
girls.
Is it like a sex bus?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's
Get
the-
on the bus. It's from that Spike Lee movie.
Get on the
Yeah, we'll show you what kind of bus.
Could you sign the magazine? I come all the way here. I put buckets on the steam shovels back in Mother Poland. This is my brother. He put the cable on the bucket. Without us, no bucket gets put on the machine. Poland no get built.
That's a good impression.
Oh, it's great. I love that. I love the old Eastern Bloc. Coke. Fun times. Good times. You girls don't even know that there was communism over there at some point.
I finished when I was born.
Yeah, when you were born, that was all over.
I wasn't a baby when I actually finished.
Yes.
How old are you? How old are you? I'm sorry.
I am 202.
202.
You look fucking younger.
That's great.
I'm 20.
I'm 20 years old.
Yeah.
You look very nice.
And you're 20. Are you furthering your education, or are you depending on just the beautiful body?
Yeah,
for now.
That's my education.
For now.
That's it. For now, you got time.
I mean, I was looking at the schools. My friend goes to school. He goes one day a week.
That's it. Oh, wow.
1 day a week.
It's a hell of a school.
Every
A wonderful
Thursday.
school.
It's better. You know, it's better than nothing, you know?
It's only 1 day better than nothing.
That's the better than nothing school. That's great. Enroll now. It's better than nothing.
Nothing.
I don't have a head for school.
Yeah. That's all right.
Do blowjobs.
You only need a head for school when you don't have tits like that.
Yeah. You know, when I was
about
in
it.
school, they told me I should be an astronaut because I was taking up so much space. Fucking home run, Chipperson.
He just sucks the sex right out of the room every time.
It's like they're bubbly and fun and giggly, and then Chip says something, it's silence.
Oh,
Chip.
I guarantee if he goes to HQ tonight, the place will empty out of men in 5 minutes.
You don't want that.
Guys are going to go out and be killing themselves in front of the place. It's horrible.
At least going to somebody. Then police are going to come. There's going to be a lot of things.
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Believe me.
So you girls dance up there?
Yeah.
And stuff? So what you poles? You do the. I know your poles. That's kind of funny. But on the, you guys know how to spin around on.
I know how to spin around, but I don't know how to do any
still
crazy
learning.
tricks.
Not crazy, like when they wrap the leg around
I did a commercial for Scores of here for the New York
Oh, you did?
Scores of here. So if you guys.
I've seen those commercials
Yeah,
late
I'm
at
in
night.
that
I see that. So hard to jerk off to those 2 seconds. Like, she's gone.
I could do it.
Who's got a tattoo on their left foot?
She does.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what do you
What happened?
Oh, wait.
That one is good.
Holy
shit. Wow.
Wait.
Opie's got a good picture
Oh, that's a good one. I like
on the
that.
phone.
That's vulgar.
Someone just tweeted that to me. Wow.
Oh, shit.
You're on your belly with everything. Huh?
So did you meet Miley Cyrus?
What happened, Roland?
So your call.
Where is she?
Oh, I don't
What was
care.
the question?
No, I'm waiting for the manager. Like, you guys might be able to get a picture with her.
I have one already, but I mean, I would still. Could we get her in?
What?
Yeah, she's coming right now. That'd be hilarious. Just say, yeah, walk in here, and she'll see the girls.
Maybe I should just put my
She's
boobs
beautiful.
Bring her here.
Girls, just imagine
Yeah,
when
I'll
you're
do
doing the lap dance, just imagine you want a Turkish visa, and this is the person.
Roll it.
I should put my bro on and she's coming here.
Just imagine you were arrested for hashish being strapped to your body, and he's the warden at the prison, beating your feet.
Roland, you want a lap dance?
We're waiting for a Miley Cyrus,
I'm
right?
waiting for a Miley Cyrus picture for them.
Oh.
So you can't get a lap dance?
Yeah, what does that have to do with the price of eggs?
In Chicago.
We'll stop the lap dance.
Where's D-Rock?
Somebody will stand out.
Yeah, we'll stop the lap dance as soon as Miley Cyrus shows up.
You girls travel a lot around the United States?
We go to
Still starting.
Miami,
Yeah.
Chicago,
Chicago,
a lot of
Jersey. And we
Jersey.
live in California.
California,
Los
LA?
Angeles.
You're in LA, right?
We just moved recently in October.
Oh, my God.
You got a place? What? Both of you got a place there
No,
together?
we together, live it together. It's more comfortable.
Nice.
We share
Parties?
beds. Why we share?
You got parties out
apartments?
there and stuff?
Yeah.
What do you drink? Vodka?
I drink Belvedere. It's Polish vodka.
Belvedere, Polish vodka.
I like cranberry vodka, and then I like.
Yeah? Do you mix it with
pineapple
anything or
and
like straight
Malibu.
up?
I like shots.
You like shots?
Tequila shots.
But what about you? You don't like a little girly drink on the side while you do your shots?
I drink with like orange
I
juice
like beer
on the
too.
side.
Fuck.
I like Stella.
That this tough Polish girl. I like this. Like this.
Vodka.
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 No to jest
Yes.
Byłaś piękna, czysta, przezroczysta. I
Yeah.
miałaś na imię czysta.
What did she say?
She's
About
about
vodka.
vodka, but she repeated herself.
Oh, I thought she was like saying something. Say something really dirty in Polish.
Chodź tutaj do mnie, żebym twojego chuja wysokowała.
What did she say?
I said, come here so I can suck your cum out of your dick.
You said really dirty.
You did say really dirty.
That's great. Wow. That would be terrible not understanding Polish, and she's saying that, and you're just standing there going, wow. What?
Yeah.
She's asking for directions? What?
The F train 2 blocks down.
Yeah, exactly.
I love taking a train.
Train.
Oh. Yeah, what do you girls take the train around? Taxis? What do you got? A limo?
Taxis.
Taxis.
Yeah.
Train, great point.
Boy, the driver must be like, holy fuck, what just got in my cab?
We had a cab driver take us from the hotel to over here. He was such a fucking dick.
Yeah, he was.
Why? What did he do?
The cab was $7, right? So we asked.
He probably
cash.
didn't like what was written over your pussy.
Yeah, we told him cash, and then we had only $100, right?
Yeah.
We didn't
have change.
So he started bitching.
Yeah, he died.
It's not your job to have change for the fucking cab.
Exactly.
Did you have a credit card?
Himself.
Yeah, I did, but he already pressed the button for cash, so I couldn't go back.
Yeah, he could.
Hey, cash full of shit.
And he got mad, so he did. I
I'm like,
didn't give a shit. I didn't even get a
Tell us who he
10
was.
cents.
With brick his fuck legs.
Yeah, he was that.
They get more mean and meaner.
He probably liked you, and he was mad that he couldn't have you, so he wanted to be just mad.
That's true when you put in a word that way.
Every day.
I don't doubt it.
They're very nice girls, though.
They
They're
are.
fun girls.
Just adorable, great, fun girls. That's fantastic. Penthouse, of course,
they're on the cover.
7th annual Badass.
Yes, in stores today. Well, yesterday. And today and tomorrow. And every day.
I think a lot of people will pick up this.
Yeah.
This one, yeah.
The one with the green background. It says badass. You
This
know?
is great.
There's two hot sisters on the cover.
We
Now
are
I have to go to the
We are
dentist.
not twins. We are sisters.
Yeah.
We have an age difference, you know.
It's great.
Wow.
And everybody says that we're twins, but we're not. But then I have 6 years on her, so.
You look great together. Though.
Yeah. So everybody, like, if somebody says that we're twins, and then I thank you. That is bad on her because they add her 6 years on her.
Or just
Or they just added 3 to her and took away 3 from you. Let's just split the difference.
That's what we did one time, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Every time, because I technically can't get inside like clubs, like, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I know one club out there on Long Island you could get into.
Yeah.
That's right.
Club Himmler.
Yes. Goose step your way to fun and happiness.
So
Yeah.
Penthouse and I guess headquarters tonight to meet these girls are the
I was
best.
also Hustler Honey, too. I was in Hustler. I was a Hustler.
Hustler Honey?
September.
I
Yeah.
loved that section. Yeah, Hustler Honeys.
Yeah.
She did it for Christmas.
I
Yeah?
had like a red outfit, and I was doing like a snow angel. And
Whoa.
it was naked snow angel.
Of course. Hustler. That would be silly.
I would hope so, yeah.
Somebody liked the wholesome pictures in Hustler. You know, Hustler has a lot of, shots where they're, whoa. Kind of.
Yeah, they're more dirty.
No, it wasn't
They're more
that.
dirty than Playboy.
They open up
Yeah.
their codas like the doors of the Bradleys or something.
All right.
Wow, Chip.
Well, so.
Yeah, we're
I want
gonna.
to thank the
let's switch
ladies
this up.
for coming in. Yeah, girls
Thank
are great.
you.
Is it over?
Girls are,
Thank you
well,
for
yeah.
having
Yeah, our
us.
show's over.
Well, I could.
Show's over.
I gotta go. I gotta go to the dentist.
How about
It's
if the guy-
terrible.
I hate dentists.
I do too. I do too.
I missed my dentist like for like a couple years because I didn't do nothing. So I came back to do stuff, and it's like nah.
And then it's even worse, right?
I need one too, believe me.
Yeah.
What if that guy buys a copy of the magazine and he sees them too and he goes, "These bitches don't break $100 bill." These ones that would not break the 100. I press button for cash.
Oh my God.
They give me credit card. Puh, puh.
He's hitting it with his shoe. He's hitting the magazine.
And then he's saying like this.
He's jacking off.
I just start my shift at 8 o'clock. I tell him I start at 8 o'clock.
But he did have change. But he did.
Motherfuck. Then I spill my piss bottle. They all have bottles with piss in it under there.
That's disgusting.
Fucking cabbages are disgusting.
Oh, and the cat
Tell me
smells
they
like
never-
shit.
They're animals.
Tell me never piss in a cup. In
Right.
the car, like,
That's what he does. I piss. I take my unclipped savage dick and piss in Snapple bottle. Cause these bitches with your cash to you. Jesus Christ.
This is funny shit.
Right? It's a fucking circus here every day. Stop by.
I should tune in more often.
You really should.
Yeah, it's a comedy of errors.
Oh, shit. Doesn't he just stop the fun? He just...
Colin Quinn's going to be back tomorrow for the return of Lady Di and Marion.
Yes.
And let's not forget about his one-man show,
When you meet those two.
Unconstitutional, at the Cherry Lane Theater from July 4th to the 23rd.
They should come by to see Lady Di and Marion just to see. It's like the ghosts of Christmas past. What could have been?
You guys should come back tomorrow.
If you didn't have your looks.
One little fucking DNA thing takes a turn, and you get that.
Right.
It's amazing. No, you girls got it all perfect.
We're right.
All
right
that,
on the money.
all the genealogy came together, and it was perfect. Oh man, look at me! I instantly go over. Wow, that is a lucky quarter.
Yeah.
Where it was.
Yeah. That is a lucky quarter.
It was
I
right
had it
there.
in my
Wow.
nipple, and then I had to stick my bra up, so it fell down on my belly.
Oh.
And then.
If this was the testimony that was going on with this beast in the fucking Zimmerman trial, I'd be going, well, you gotta convict him. You gotta convict him. This girl's a genius. She knows everything about everything. That was, yeah.
On
Great.
CNN, they're blocking out the word ass. They're putting they won't print ass.
They spell it Jimnorton.
That's wrong. And that's hurtful.
Oh, sorry, Chippa. I really gotta go. I gotta be in the dentist chair at 11. Isn't that terrible? Out on Long Island. Out on Long Island. I got a big house out there with a pool, and
The usual stuff.
A lot of Polish vodka that I just keep around for just such an occasion.
Yeah, Sobieski.
All right, that's working well.
Yeah.
I guess that's it, huh?
Yeah.
See you
All right,
mañana.
girls.
All
Take it easy. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having
Colin Quinn, always a pleasure.
Thank you for having us. Follow me on
Anytime.
Twitter.
Thanks.
Natalia Starcher Black.
Oh, wait.
And follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, get the Twitter. We'll post
Hold
the
on.
Twitter.
Do it again. Do it again.
Natasha Star 69.
Natasha Star 69. Very
Mine
good.
is NATALIA
Ooh.
On Twitter. Very
Triple
good.
X. I know what that means.
These girls were terrific.
Thank you. Thank
All
you
right.
for having us.
Come on back and see us again.
Thanks.
Laney rules.
Yeah.
And now they're going to be on the bus tour. Holy
They're gonna
shit.
go see Miley.
All right. We'll
Yeah,
see you
where's
guys tomorrow.
Miley?
Colin,
All right.
you better be here tomorrow, Carl.
Huh?
Leave
Oh my God.
one or two.
Oh, let's go. That's great.
Just
Thank you so
one or
much.
two.
Oh, what a great time.
That one I mailed to them.
Okay,
Oh,
you
yours
did?
is sold out
Okay,
to
so you
Gilbert,
just
right?
need one?
Yeah.
5'7"?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Beautiful.
Bye, ladies. Good luck.
Girls. Cool. Good to see you, Colin.
Same here.
Good to
Take
see
it
you.
easy, Laney. Thanks, Laney. Take it easy.
All right, we'll go this way.
Hilarious.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
What?
That's just fucking fantastic.
Yeah, they were great.
Yes,
It's so true to
okay.
get used
Take
to.
it
They
easy.
text me, say, "Oh," and you're like, "Oh my God."
That was nice. That was nice.
Yeah, that seeing natural girls like that, right? Not those big fucking nasty
But I'll tell you right
implants.
now, nothing like Lady Di and Marion. I want to
Yeah.
see them.
Oh, Miley Cyrus.
Oh, Miley Cyrus. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
And now, the Opie and Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
Welcome to After Opie and Anthony Live. Colin Quinn is still here. Nobody else is here.
What, do you want the radio?
Yeah, we're back.
Wow.
Welcome to the show, Colin Quinn.
Thanks, Sam.
We were just talking about what an exciting day tomorrow is going to be.
Yes, we were.
You had no idea that we'd gotten the updates from Lady Di?
I did not know that.
She called into this show first. She called into the after show. I guess she didn't know who I was. She must have thought O&A were. I don't even know how she got this 866-WOW-1-WOW number.
Oh, she's got her ways.
Huh?
Lady Di has her ways.
Yeah, she does. She's a sneaky one, but
yes.
Nothing. I know that you're a Lady Di fan from back in the day.
Yeah, Lady Di and Marion, yeah.
Nothing's changed with this woman.
No.
It's been, I think, 5 years since we've seen her. And no job. Still boozing.
Oh.
She just, we find the only income that she has is like a while back her dad died. So she's just been using some money that he left her to buy booze.
Oh, well, that's not nice, but you know.
she's got some guy to pay her rent for her. It's really quite pathetic.
Who's the guy? They should bring him in.
We talked to him on the phone. He doesn't seem like a jokey type guy. No, that's not how I'd describe him.
Kind of a surly,
a bit of a brute.
Yes, I can envision it.
But so yeah, it's gonna be big tomorrow, and you're rescheduling your shit.
Yes, I'm going to reschedule some of the press I'm doing because I have to be here for it's a kind of a historical event.
I think so. I mean, it's the reunion. You're not a Bobo guy because you're not You're like the old school.
I like Bobo. I mean, I appreciate all the people that torture him on Twitter.
You like that?
Yes.
You know, they've gone in like a whole, like the listeners of this show.
Yes.
Have gone in a completely their own direction with it.
Right.
He's gone through like 4 or 5 different Twitter handles because people keep convincing him that they're girls.
Yes.
And then he sends them his password, and then they delete his account every time. It's so cruel.
You know what? It's one of those things. Funny once, funnier 5 times.
Right. It's just like the first time you're like, oh man, that's really mean. And by the 5th time you're like, come on, he can't be doing it again. They got him twice. They got him twice in one day.
That is cute. That is great.
And he calls the office and goes, I got a new Twitter handle. I just want to let you guys know to follow me because I got a new Twitter handle.
Yeah, people do seem to get a special joy, a sadistic joy in tormenting him.
It really is horrible. I don't even know why we're laughing about it.
Because guess what? As horrible as that is, just the idiocy of Norton, Opie, and Anthony going to try to get Miley Ray Cyrus's picture with Miley Ray is really nauseating to me.
And it was amazing, too, because the girls are in here.
Right.
And we're like, okay, we're working on something with them. And then Roland comes in, and it's like, oh, we're going to do like a bit with Roland, blah, blah, blah. Everything gets put on the kibosh because we might be able to get a photo with Miley Cyrus.
The whole energy change. Roland comes trundling in here, and he starts going, and everyone's like, what's going on? And even the girl's like, oh, is this the guy we're going to have a lap dance to? They're going along good sports.
Sure.
And instead he goes, well, she's down the hall. And even the girls, the 20-year-old strippers are going, what? Are you guys turning down, like, naked girls in front of you because Miley Ray Cyrus is here? Are you 10-year-old girls?
Yeah, like, what do you...
Why do you care if you're not a 10-year-old girl? It was the most surreal, and I could see their faces confused, like, what is going on here? Is this some kind of a weird, you know?
But all the guys in the room, gentlemen of a certain age at this point are going, yeah, well, get back in the hallway then. Let us know when Miley's ready. You're going, what?
It's insane. It's a funhouse mirror
and then
of masculinity.
During the break, down in the lobby, like half the show, E-Rock's down there, Roland's down there, everybody's got their cameras out trying to figure out how to strategize when a Miley Cyrus photo can happen.
None of them can ever complain about the death of masculinity again because they're part of the problem. And as you pointed out correctly, E-Rock was down there pretending to take a picture, pretending to be the jaded, bored photographer.
He's in helpful mode. Like, yeah, I mean, I got the camera, so if anybody needs me
He's like,
to take
I'm just
a photo.
a chronicler of what's going on, you know?
Right. Like, I go down there and be like, E-Rock, Ant said forget about it, so. And E-Rock's sitting there like, really? Well, I don't know. Well, we'll just wait and see. We'll figure it out because he wants to be down there.
E-Rock practices his size, his jaded size at home. All right, I'll stay.
He's looking in the mirror trying to figure out, no, I see a little smile there. I got to be
My
emotionless.
eyes were shining when I heard Party in the USA, Miley's original hit.
E-Rock, did you get your photo?
No, I didn't get a photo.
See?
Yeah.
He was practicing. No, I didn't get a photo. What do I want? I'm with you guys on this one.
But I couldn't get one.
Why? What happened?
Because it was only allotted for Aunt Jim.
Was she picky about who she was taking photos with?
Her management was.
But,
it's incredible.
I was going to say it was her management, because do you honestly think she knows Aunt or Jim? Of course not.
No. She has no
nothing
idea.
to do with either of those creeps.
Was fine taking whoever she was taking photos with. She was fine to, perfectly fine to do it. But it was a matter of who got permission to actually go and get one.
How does her management know who to give permission to?
I guess Roland had set it up ahead of time for Aunt, and then threw Jim in. So.
Yes, Roland breathlessly announced.
Jim, I want to take a photo with Miley Cyrus if you have time.
She looked great.
Yeah, I mean, that's why she is who she is. She's a good-looking girl, but, I don't know. So you're disgusted to find out that, like, Jim and Aunt were in advance.
Well, no, but just the scurrying about when Roland came in, when those two girls are sitting really naked.
Not
accommodating everything. Spank me, touch my tit. You want us to give a lap dance? There was nothing in their attitude but, like, total accommodation, funny, lively.
Right.
And that everybody, they looked. If they had 5 more minutes, they would have been disgusted and said, we're walking out on you fruitcakes right now.
2 blonde Polish sisters in their 20s with giant natural breasts.
Yes.
And they showed up in the lobby while she was there with everybody. They just walked right in.
Right.
And as soon as she got out, they have this little photo booth in the lobby there.
Yeah.
As soon as Miley got out, the 2 girls hopped right in and started taking photos.
See?
Troy's pissed. You know Troy, don't you?
Yes. Well, he was... Yeah, he was correctly pissed because he was trying to get Roland to take the lap dance.
Here's what happens. Roland.
Hey, I told you he was pissed.
Don't blame it all on Roland. I want the culture of this show to be at blame. But go on.
Roland will, like the Penthouse came in. These girls are coming in. Roland's like, oh, they're so hot. That's my shit. He loves blondes, blonde sisters,
Eastern Europeans.
Yes.
One smelled. But go ahead.
One smelled a little bit.
A little bit.
Colin, you were sitting next to him. Did they stink?
I have a bad sense of smell. I didn't smell. Maybe it was the other one. She didn't seem to smell.
They could have a bad sense of smell. They could have shit as war paint on.
That's true.
And
You're
I
right.
would get a fucking lap dance from him.
Good
You're
point.
right. You're right.
A lap dance in front of like 8 men here videotaping you. Yeah, that's real sexy.
Listen, well, first of all, you're the nightmare that they had to go through in another generation to get through to this country. I'm telling you.
It's one of the perks of the job.
Yeah, but the other perk is you have hosts who want pictures with other celebrities.
I'll say that. The one thing I will say is that Roland did come in this room and said, look, do you want me to get a lap dance or do you want Miley Cyrus
That's
photos?
correct. And every one of these idiots goes, whoa, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, so
we can't blame Roland for this. The culture in this show is
I
ludicrous.
asked if they said lap dance, I would sit down.
If Roland had gone and hidden, like in the beginning, you came in and said, I don't know where the fuck Roland is. He's hiding. And then
I saw
it was
him
like,
scurry off.
Oh,
okay.
no, I did go talk to the management team.
But then Roland finally came in and goes,
yes,
you know, do you want me to do this lap dance or do you want Miley Cyrus photos? And Colin's right. Every guy in this room is going, well, you got to get the Miley Cyrus photos.
Yes, the whole thing. And the girls were like this. Looking like, what kind of, what we stepped into? Like, they couldn't understand. If they'd been here 5 minutes, they would have spit on everybody and walked out and said, I'm going to go marry a nice real man from Warsaw. And
the problem is when you have a big celebrity and you're near them, you have to be part of the talent department. If not, they're going to tell you to go away.
And not only that, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
If Roland had submitted to the supposedly favor of the lap dance, people would have been taking pictures of his crack of his head. It would have been an occasion not to celebrate sexuality, but to try to humiliate Roland.
But you got to understand.
You're saying there was potential for something beyond flattery if Roland went through with this lap dance, Colin.
I think so.
Oh, Jesus,
But
Colin, I would hope not.
Roland knows that. And when
Pull his shirt up.
when the girls were coming in,
the girls have their shirts off. Roland, take your shirt off. Let's take his shirt off. And these two Polish girls are taking Roland's shirt off. He knows what's going on. He's got tears in his eyes, but he can't say no.
He can see the whole thing.
I asked Roland, I said, would you do oil twister with them? He's like, yeah, no problem. I said, you'll do anything with these girls when they come in? Absolutely no problem.
But
and then as soon as the girls come in, he runs off. I understand he had to get the picture, the Miley Cyrus picture.
So the thing came up, so it's when they won.
But it's so Roland changes his tune once the girls are here.
Did you once they were here, did you still want to do oil twister with the girls? Now, did we have oil or a twister board?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, so that would have been difficult. But did you still want to do oil twister with them, or did you start having second
want to do it
thoughts?
for a second. Troy comes up. Look at Troy. He's all tatted up. He looks like one of those like badass like Black Flag, like early 90s California punk band guys.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
sure.
One of the original MMA type kids. He comes up and rolls for you. Want to do oil twist? Of course he's going to say yes.
Like one of the guys
But
who
then
was
he
in
realizes
one of the guys who
you
was
don't
in
have my best
one of the guys who was in MMA like right before you could start making money doing it.
Exactly.
And now he's watching these other guys become successful, but he still kind of has that MMA look.
Exactly.
You just don't know who he is.
He hung out. He was like the tough guy that hung out with Sublime.
Right, exactly.
And he's going to come here. Why would Roland think you have his best interest at heart? He wouldn't.
Do you sometimes question that, Roland, whether or not Troy's suggestions have your best interest at heart?
Yeah, I just was hungry. I'll do whatever.
But Roland's backed out of stuff we were supposed to do before. We were supposed to go to a strip club last weekend. He didn't want to. He's like, I'm going. And then all of a sudden, at the last minute, I get an excuse.
I'm tired.
A couple months ago, we were supposed to go get jerked off at a massage.
Roland,
he
you had
backed
such a
out
great.
of that.
You didn't get jerked off at a massage parlor.
Depression.
No. I just like I go. Well, I get jerked off, or I just pay my bills off. I pay my bills off.
Paint your balls off?
Pay his bills.
Pay my bills off.
Oh, how did you understand that, Colin?
I speak Rolando. It's a dialect out of Armenia called Rolando that his family actually speaks.
I could have sworn he said pound his balls off.
Either pound my balls off or pay my bills off.
Right. So you chose to pay your bills instead of going to the massage parlor and getting a nice crank.
Yeah, because
but he says I'll be like, hey, you want to go get a massage and get jerked off this week? And he'll be like, yeah, let's do it. We're gonna do it.
Right.
And then at the last minute, it's like, all right, let's go. Ready to go get jerked off? And he's like, It is an excuse. You don't ever know what he's saying. It's very vague. His story changes each time.
What is that, Roland?
I don't know.
You have second thoughts a lot? You're more of a talker than a doer, maybe?
Oh, like, what's his channel? Turn your head. Jesus Christ.
He wants to please.
We all
Troy's
say,
like the
we
buddy.
also do this, and we never do it. So, like, yeah, whatever.
I think it's Troy is like the buddy he wants to have, and he wants to be that guy, and then at the last minute he's like, it's not going to work. He goes into depression and just says, I'm going to go home.
Troy's like the kid in high school that's like, no, we're going to rob this store. And you're like, yeah, because you want to be cool. But then you get there and you're thinking about the cops and you're like, I can't rob. So you take the ass kicking instead of actually going in and robbing the store.
But the one time we went and got a massage and got jerked off, he comes out like a kid in a candy store. He was so happy he got jerked off.
Yeah, but then it's awkward that you walk in, the other dudes trying to look at you, and you're like, why am I fuck about shit?
I'm not fucking TV. I'm fucking walking.
Yeah, Colin's walking around. Everybody knows who he is. Who gives a fuck?
Fuck that. You look him right in the eye and go, hey, my back is sore.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a massage.
He's not sitting there worried about a HuffPo article that says Colin Quinn cited in a Swedish massage parlor.
Yeah, were you just getting a massage? Yeah, I was just getting a massage.
It's a racquetball accident. What are you going to do?
Yeah, if that's your excuse, that's outrageous.
Even Colin is not on your side with that one.
No, I can't side with you on that one.
How come you're backing out of massage parlor dates?
I don't know.
Now I'm starting to worry about the lap dance too. And the oil twister.
We're all a little worried about.
We all like there's oil, and you go, is the oil or twister board trick?
Well, Troy then here complaining. He goes, dude, he came to me. He said he would do oil twister with the girls.
He's like, it's a good thing I didn't buy the oil and twister. Would have wasted the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they filmed it. Look at all the other interns. Their great career things they have after here. No,
so then why would you agree to it before? Why would you be like, oh yeah, I'll do that?
It's in the office. It's like the meetings. We agree to everything the management says, and then when it happens, like,
Is Colin right? Are you going through a little bit of it?
So wait a minute. So you see Troy as management instead of just your friend. That's a little strange.
No, it's just like what people say stuff. You're like, all right, whatever.
Like Troy's the type of guy, like your friend, you could talk to, whatever. You can speak to him confidentially. But yeah, you don't appease your friend. You appease management. You just say what they want to hear. Do you do that a little bit with Troy?
Troy reaches out to you as a friend, and you treat him like management. Where's that coming from?
Exactly.
Maybe middle management.
Is he your friend, or is he? You know what I mean? You've got to stand and go, Troy. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm just in a depression. I'm feeling a little insecure. I don't want to go get jerked off. I just can't do it today.
You've been there before, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever turned down such a great offer.
So you're telling me you'll pay for me to get jerked off?
Oh, he didn't say he'd pay for him.
Are you paying for Roland?
I had to pay for. I had to say, dude, I will pay for you to go get jerked off.
How depressed can you be? How depressed can you be?
Yeah.
All you have to do is show up and get an erection.
All you got to do is wake up and know. Most people show up and get an erection. Oh, maybe there's more to it. Roland's closet gay. He's gay, and he doesn't want to have to deal with explaining to some, His masseuse like, listen, miss, don't tell my friend. We'll say we had a good time here.
Yeah, I want Troy to think I'm cool. Right.
But if you have a young Filipino boy in the premises, could you please slip him into this room in the next 15 minutes?
Do you have a back door in this little
There's
massage
nothing
room?
wrong with that. Just tell her to bring her nephew in, or whoever.
Right. Every massage parlor has like 2 Filipino boys that they have somewhere in the back just in case.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Trust me.
That's interesting.
I'm an expert here.
All I'm saying is this, Roland. You got to just say, look, we all go through depressions, heavy depressions. You got to wake up and go, all right, I'm depressed, but I'm going to go through with it anyway. Who knows? Something could have happened. You guys might have had a couple of laughs.
Maybe that's the thing that's going to break you out of your depression.
Yeah.
It's not just the jerk. It's the bonding.
It's the hanging out with your buddy. That's the only way anybody gets through this miserable existence.
Right. I mean, you see, and you see the way Colin and his buddies treat each other in here.
Oh, my
on a regular
God.
basis. It's horrible. If anything will drive you to a depression, it's hanging out with the people that Colin Quinn calls buddies.
Yeah. Like Bob Kelly, his 7th fat.
Right.
His 7th what?
Fat.
Yes.
7th fat. I mean, all the people that are showing concern for Bob Kelly now are the people that drove him to become overweight.
Yeah.
So,
and now he has a food show that he eats a lot.
Well,
it looks delicious though.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you think is it a little bit of a depression?
Who knows? It's this place.
Well,
they throw dicks in your ass and they suck the life out of you.
Maybe that's what it is. You don't feel like getting jerked off after a dick was just in your ass, you know?
That's a good point, too.
But getting jerked off always makes everything better.
That's true, too.
For you, Troy.
I mean, if anybody.
Yeah, but
any red-blooded American.
Roland doesn't have the confidence in his body that somebody like you does. You know what I mean?
You're paying for a service. Who gives a fuck what that girl thinks?
Maybe Roland does. Roland's, you know, he's not used to women responding well to his body the way you are. Is that right, Roland?
Sure.
A little bit of that,
That's
right?
a good point.
You know? Like
Why
when,
did you, yeah.
When Troy takes off his towel, all the little weirdo Russian massage girls are probably like, oh my goodness, look at him, look at him.
Right.
Asian.
Whatever they are.
Whatever they
Because
are.
you're into the table shower, he's like, come on, ladies.
Right, for someone like me or for someone like
I go to the
Roland,
corner
it's
to the
more
shower,
of a horror
I
show.
go by myself.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have the confidence just to take off your towel in front of these women.
Yes.
Maybe Roland's not packing
That's right.
a whole lot down in his
Sorry,
pants.
Troy.
You know, you never
Not
know.
everybody's used to Troy. He takes off his towel. All the girls like, oh, guy from Social Distortion, 1994.
Yeah. You know how they all love punk music from the mid to early 90s?
Oh, this guy's influenced by Henry Rollins.
But, you know, maybe you need to be a little more sensitive with Roland. Maybe you need to hold his hand a little bit more. Maybe not so much tough love and more love.
But it doesn't sound like tough love. It sounds like he's like, hey, let's go get jerked off. And Roland's like, yeah, all right.
But why does he say yeah to it?
Why do you say yeah to it?
I don't know. It's probably the job. And you know, people, yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, he figures it's just small talk, just people pleasing.
It's just weird that, like, when then... But the people please... Like, I would say if somebody was like, do you want to get jerked off? I'd be like, that sounds good.
Yeah.
You know, yes. But then why does the no come when it comes time to actually go get jerked off? You're a single guy.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I told you, it's a depression.
But can't you just snap your... I mean, that's what you got to do, isn't it? Snap yourself out of it, at least for the moment, and say, all I got to do is walk up to this massage parlor. I'm paying this woman to jerk me off. If all I have to do is lie there, if I don't perform well, that's her fault.
Well, maybe last time he went, maybe it wasn't fun for him. Maybe he saw things that Troy, being just a, a superficial jock guy, couldn't see, which is like, wow, this is a sad environment. Troy said, like, hey, isn't it great we get jerked off?
Right, like he's back in the frat house. Like Roland actually takes a moment to see the humanity in what's going on around him, whereas Troy is like, guys, we're all going to get jerked off. Maybe a little of that is happening.
Is that what's going on, Roland?
Yeah, I think so.
He's like, hey, and you know what the funny part was? I dipped into a purse and robbed her after she jerked me off.
Right, high five! Pound me out, bro.
It's dark. Looks like Chernobyl. They can't afford the bills.
Chernobyl. Is it Chernobyl in that place, Troy, or are you just kind of so focused on the fact that you're about to get jerked off?
It's a sad place.
It's all
no, it's Utopia.
It is.
It's dark. They play sad music.
No, they play nice, relaxing
and there's
music.
like 3 Asian girls like sleeping, and like one woman smacks them to go upstairs.
No, they don't.
Colin, I think we're starting to hit on something here.
Yes.
No, they don't.
One girl's like, they're screaming at each other, and then the girl goes upstairs.
He's exaggerating. They come out. They're gorgeous little 19-year-old Asian girls.
Being screamed at.
And Roland probably looks at them like, what went wrong in your life that at 19 you're jerking off somebody like Roland?
No, I'll tell you exactly what it is. He gets depressed when he walks in and he smells like the half-cooked Chinese food that they have to put aside. Then one guy passes by who's like the head of the triad. He collects half the money. The girls don't even make money. They're like fucking indentured servants.
Right.
They're paying off their passage from fucking, Nanking and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's and he's just looking at cold noodles in a little styrofoam tin that have been there for 2 hours because you just can't finish your meal.
They got to pay their bills, though.
No, I'm getting depressed.
Is that what it is? You see a little of that humanity in there, Roland?
Yeah, you're like, okay, this is where my life is.
Troy, do you think
he wants love, Troy?
Yeah, do you get that?
Roland wants love.
But he wants love?
Yeah.
I think this is where my life is. For us, it's an excursion. For him, he's like, this is it.
You see yourself more as like the Troy guy. Like you guys are the jocks.
Well,
kind of like we're just here to get our dicks off.
Normally, I wouldn't say I was like that, except my picture when I was 19.
Let me see that, by the way. I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen my picture yet?
No.
It's a little troubling in some ways.
People could check that out on your Twitter. Oh, and E-Rock just informed me it's been posted on the Opie and Anthony Facebook page, too. That'll be perfect.
That's gonna bring some positive responses.
So far, all kindness, correct?
No, there've been some very cruel things actually
Is that
in the
right?
Midwest.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah. Well, here's one of them.
Yeah, tell me.
Why don't you just look right there on the gun? Don't you have a...
No, this is my...
Well, this is one picture here.
Oh, you can see that's the close-up.
That's the close-up. Yeah.
There's a young Colin Quinn.
Yeah.
He's got a...
I'm 19. I look like I'm 40.
Yeah, it just looks like you if your hair grew out. Like, geez, Colin hasn't shaved in a while.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not... I was not a very healthy person.
Let me go to Red Bear in Philadelphia. What's up, Red Bear?
Yeah, I want to break down this whole Roland and Troy dynamic.
Yeah, please do.
Roland is Elias and Troy is Barnes.
From Platoon. Do you think that, Troy, maybe there is a difference in perspective here, that maybe the fact that you're a well-manicured, styled, handsome gentleman, you know, good-looking guy in Manhattan, and Roland is just this kind of Modell's wearing, weathered, large Mexican dude, leaves you guys looking at the world at different... Maybe you're a little not quite in touch with the way the rest of us see the world.
I'd understand that if we were going out to a bar and we were trying to pick up girls.
From your giant, good-looking golden throne, you don't see what it's like for all of us down at on the floor. Is that right, Roland?
You know.
I know.
I would understand if we're like, let's go out to a bar, let's try to get girls. But if you're paying a girl, who gives a fuck what she thinks of you?
Yeah,
just go get jerked off.
You probably have to have that mentality going in. Like, you have to have that mentality, because you don't give a fuck what girls think of you in general, because they're always like, oh, Troy, your hair looks so pretty today. Whereas
it's his coif.
Whereas Roland is not used to kind of not giving a fuck, because he very much gives a fuck. The minute a woman gives Roland any kind of positive attention, he's in love, because that's what happens.
No, they go, oh, at least you have some of your hair left. Oh, thank you, you cunt.
Right.
I hope you have retarded kids.
All right, gee, Roland.
Roland's suddenly become the serial killer.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to. He's got a lot of rage in him.
Yes, he does.
That's why I'm trying to let that rage out.
Through his dick.
Yes.
That's where the rage comes out.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. As
Please
I said
do.
before,
Yeah.
we went to a massage parlor. We got jerked off. Roland was so excited when he got out of there. We went, we pigged out on barbecue.
Oh, see, that sounds like a good night.
Yeah. He had a blast. And he felt great. He was giddy. It's like, whoa, it was a good release for him.
Do you find trouble, Roland? Do you not remember how good the time was? I mean,
I do. Just when stress builds up here, it just.
But wouldn't
different.
isn't what could be better than coming and eating barbecue to get rid of that stress?
I think like a little dessert after that.
A little dessert. Did you treat him to dessert?
He did.
We did, yeah.
He had dessert.
We had a great time. So that's why I know it's in him. I know he wants to do it.
Because it happened the one time.
Yes.
And
it
you
happened
enjoyed it.
twice. And the second time, that's when I had to pay for him.
You are hell-bent on getting Roland jerked off.
Because you know he needs it.
There is nothing that will stop you from completing this mission.
You know he needs it.
I mean, Roland strikes me as a guy that does need to get jerked.
See, we should call Bert. This is our documentary.
Yeah, get him in here. Do you not, Roland, why not accept a gift from Troy of a jerk-off?
I don't know.
Now, I'm not saying Troy will jerk you off. Actually, Chris in Brooklyn has a question. Okay. What's up, Chris?
Thank you.
Hey, I was going to say that's the problem. Troy asked Roland if he wanted to get jerked off, and Roland said yes because he thought Troy was going to do it.
Is that what it was?
Maybe
Roland?
that is it.
Do you think
it may be that he's gay, but if it's not, but either way, put it this way.
I hope that guy dies today. Tragically.
Today.
I hope he gets kidnapped and murdered. There you go. You
I
asshole.
think.
Well, maybe not today.
It's one of two things. Either he wants to go, look, Troy, just jerk me off yourself, which is fine. You can ask him that. What's he going to say? Or he's trying to say something else, which is more of a bro thing. Because, you know, Troy could be like his bro. So it's like, hey, bro, we got jerked off. We had barbecue. You know what? You're in great shape. And then Troy's like, whoa. He's like, not like that. I'd like to be your fucking workout buddy. Why don't you teach me how to work out and get in good shape?
Right.
Because what's better for getting out of a depression than working out like a beast? Roland being one of these savages with those fucking smitties. He needs a workout partner.
I've
Troy.
tried that.
Colin,
What? I've tried that.
Wow.
What's your problem, Roland? This guy reaching out to you as a buddy, and you just keep rejecting him.
Colin
He just doesn't fucking like you.
Colin speaking from experience, okay? He went through some weird times when he was coming in on this show, and he was just talking about being locked up in his apartment and writing down on scraps of paper
Still got
everything.
all that stuff, yeah.
But you know what? He lost a bunch of weight. He got out of the depression. He's got 2 one-man shows out of the deal.
Yeah.
Okay? He's come out on the other side.
And we're all always going to be depressed a little bit. The whole 90% of the world is in a depression most of the time. A little bit of depression. But you got to do things to get out of it. Here, what's really weird is here's Troy offering the hand of friendship and Roland. The problem one is Roland just doesn't like you, Troy. Fucking back off. He doesn't like your personality.
Turd.
He fucking doesn't like you.
What if
Deal with it.
Roland's just a polite guy that hasn't been like, Troy, I don't want to get jerked off with you. I don't want to go to dinner with you. I don't want to see a show with you.
I don't want to work out with you.
I want nothing to do with you. We've gotten to know each other, and I don't like what I've learned.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
We figured it out.
That's all it is. He's like, you can pay for me to get jerked off, and I still say go fuck yourself.
Yeah. How about you take your money, you put it back in your wallet, and you go fuck yourself. That's right. Stick it up your ass.
Yeah.
Roland.
Yes.
Maybe time for Troy to back off a little.
There you go. Back off, turd. No, it's fine.
I like that. We've gone from, okay, theory 1, maybe Roland is in love with Troy.
Right.
No, that doesn't make sense. Theory 2, he hates him.
Yeah.
He can't stand the
It's
sight of
one
him.
of those two, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's depressed. He's sad. No, he's happy. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, he's disgusted
Look, all I'm
by
saying
him.
is he invited you to work out. You should have at least, even if you think he's a miserable cocksucker that he is, you should have at least worked out with him a couple of times a week.
I told him, I said, get a bike. We'll go for bike rides. Because it's fun. It's a good way to lose weight. You get to see the city.
Yes.
And
Or at least
like,
get one of those fun city bike passes.
He's like, oh, when I get my raise, I'll do it. I'll get it. Never happened.
Fucking
When I get my
unbelievable.
tax refund check, I'll do it.
Wow.
Never happened.
Oh,
Do you
man.
notice a pattern? There's another pattern here, by the way.
Tell me.
Which I've noticed. By the way, now we can rule out the gay theory, because if some muscular guy with tattoos goes, hey, let's go bike riding together. If you're gay, go, okay. Maybe the guy does like me. But also, the pattern
Bought
is...
3 bikes
why-
just in case.
He just said, when I get my raise, when I get my tax check, and just now what he say? I'd like to pay my bills. Or play with my balls, whatever he said. It's all money. Roland's a cheap motherfucker. Or else he's got some secret things he's spending his money on.
What are you spending
It's
on?
the money, because
Yeah.
it's always coming down to money. There's
Right.
always the excuse.
Right, because
What
he's a
lives in-
single guy. It's not like he's paying for a
single guy,
family.
Yeah. Living in Queens in a, in an SRO. We
And I moved to Wall Street.
I live by there. I live on Murray Street.
He's not going to want to hang out with you. He won't even hang out with
All
Troy.
kinds of massage places down there.
I live right near you.
Yeah, where? I live on Murray.
I live right on Rector.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit, we should hang out.
Yes.
I'll hang out.
Troy, would you be upset? Would you be personally hurt
Of course he would.
if Colin came in like tomorrow and goes, yeah, Roland and me got hand jobs.
Yeah, we're going for bike rides.
Yeah, we're going for bike rides.
Yeah.
Going to get a little dessert afterwards.
We're gonna work out.
Imagine seeing us. We send Troy pictures of us in Battery Park City on those fucking bikes, riding down,
Yeah. then we'd figure out
matching shorts.
the missing piece of the puzzle, because 2 months later, Colin and Roland would say, look, we're a couple, and we want you guys to all be okay with that.
I'm telling you.
We started as friends, but we've fallen in love, so
Just
neither
to-
of us saw it coming.
Just to turn down the idea of working out with Troy, it is bewildering a little bit.
Right, when you
but
need-
it is his fake money. He's always talking about the money in his mind. It's the money thing, and now his excuse is going to be, "Hey, when I lived in Queens, I could have done it, but now I'm in Manhattan." You're going to spend your whole life worrying about money. When are you going to die? And you go, "Wow, I could have had a good buddy, a workout partner, a JO partner. I could have been working out." That gets you out of depression, working out.
Yeah. Right.
Nothing's better. They proved better than antidepressants or therapy, working out.
Yeah.
Roland, I was depressed yesterday. You know what I did? Got on my bike. And then when I came back, I wasn't depressed anymore.
This is ludicrous. Roland's sabotaging himself and sabotaging his potential friendships.
You're right. Or love affairs. We don't know.
He's all love affairs.
We don't know 100% yet.
He's a shutdown son of a bitch. I think it has to do with his ethnicity. You're Mexican?
Yeah.
But he's in he's in denial of it. He hates that he's Mexican.
Well, why don't you go to embrace your Mexicanism? There's a Church Street boxing right around the corner. You go over there and start boxing. Once you get into that groove, you get your Mexican heritage comes out. You'll be moving around like one of those great fighters, like what's his name, Canelo. Oh. Canelo. Get in the game.
That's right. Let me go to Clinton, Alabama. What's up,
Sammy,
Clint?
Hey, man, the one thing y'all are missing here is that twice Roland was able to control himself when he was getting a hand job. He's ready to take it to the next level. He wants to kill one of these apes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Before when Roland is just all pent up, everything's fine. He's just got all his anger pent up. The minute you jerk him off, he's going to start slaughtering bitches.
Well, yeah, the way you describe that may be a good theory there.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? You're afraid to be around? Do you see it's like a bull with a red flag?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
You don't think all of a sudden you
no.
just grab her by the skull?
He goes, oh, no, I don't think so. If it was a no, you just say no.
Right.
Maybe you're onto something.
I didn't hear the guy. So
He said the problem is that you have all this rage, that you'll get jerked off, and some of the rage will come out, but it will just unleash Pandora's box, and you'll start killing women.
I would kill women.
Who would you kill?
I don't know.
Troy?
Troy? Would you kill Troy?
Nah. He was too far for me.
Where did you go to high school?
Santa Monica.
Aha! I knew I was onto it.
Oh, you figured it out.
But what we said originally, all those bands from Orange County.
Oh, my God. That's every guy you went to high school with.
Every guy, all the popular guys were Troy.
And they were all making fun of Roland and his early mustache.
And my Indiana Jones costume.
Yeah, and his mustache that's way too thick for him to be that young.
See that?
Why is he having a problem with me? I'm here trying to help him out.
But he still remembers.
You're a representation.
You and your dumb friends going to all those concerts and circle jerks and fucking social distortion.
You guys were listening
Where'd you grow up, Troy?
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
He's like a juggalo. Yeah.
Why is that have to be Detroit?
No. Because you know there are a lot of people in Allentown, Pennsylvania. You tell me there aren't a lot of juggalos in Allentown?
Everywhere.
They're everywhere. Very popular.
Yeah.
You're telling me, though, that you couldn't see yourself as a representation of that guy who, like Colin said, was playing Ookie Cookie and listening to Social Distortion and just hanging out with his bros, but having contests over who could come the quickest. And just everything was a competition, none of which Roland could ever win.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to reach out to him and help him out.
Yeah.
Do you see that, Roland? Do you see that he's trying to be helpful now?
Yeah, he's to be helpful.
That maybe this guy that you hated in high school is now reaching out to you and saying, Roland, I want to be your friend.
But see, here's the thing about Mexicans. They're very proud and very stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Roland, underneath this nice guy, is thinking,
this
reach out
bravado.
to me. You fucking reach out to me. I reach out to you, motherfucker. I fucking died before I fucking ever go to get jerked off with you again. You know what I mean?
I do.
It's a machismo thing.
Yeah. Ryan in Philly. What's up, Ryan?
Quinn.
Yes.
You fucking dickbag. I'm going through depression right now because of you.
It's that picture he posted,
Why?
isn't it?
Why?
So I grew up around the years of when you were on that famous television show, Remote Control. Do you recall?
Yeah, sure I do.
And what the fuck would you do when you were on it all the goddamn time?
Smoke?
Yes. Well, I'm addicted to fucking cigarettes. I'm trying to quit right now, and I can't do it. And I was influenced by you.
I'm sorry.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry.
You always hear that, like, if you smoke on TV,
I've heard it from so many people. I know he's telling the truth.
Getting confronted that you looked cool
I'm
smoking
sorry.
those cigarettes.
But look, I quit myself 21 years ago, and I'm telling you, it's a new bright world out there, young fella. It can really work out. Just, good luck.
Yeah, well, you're a fucking millionaire. You can buy
millionaire.
Yeah.
to buy to fix it. You're a filthy rich, but you looked incredibly cool doing it. I went to school. Not only was I not cool in school, but I'm addicted to cigarettes. I'm going to die of cancer.
Apologize to Ryan, Colin. Apologize.
Ryan, I am very sorry.
Thank you.
I'm very sorry, Ryan. There's nothing I can do about it, but I'm very sorry.
Well, look.
Maybe I'll visit your grave.
They could do is see how cool you look now, not smoking at the one-man show.
Yeah, but I look so much cooler then. He's right.
Is that right?
You see my picture on Twitter, Ryan?
I am Colin Quinn
I look
on
good.
Twitter. You can go. What's it?
I was smoking 3 packs a day back then.
What do they have to Google to find your one-man
I
show?
feel horrible, but it is true.
Yeah.
A lot of kids used to come up to me and go, "Hey, man, you're the reason I started smoking." I was like, oh.
Makes you question a lot of things. What do they Google to find your one-man show?
Fucking my name on concentration, whatever. Yeah, I love how people always have to put links. Google. I thought Google, we don't need links anymore. Just Google.
Google Colin Quinn.
Unconstitutional.
Unconstitutional. You'll see his one-man show. You can also hear him on. He'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
For the return of Lady Di and Marion.
And Bobo.
And Bobo. Troy Rowland, I feel like we've come a long way with you guys today. I feel like we got to the bottom of it.
All the time.
Yeah.
We haven't got to the. Well, are you kidding me, Sam? We have scratched the surface of the depth of Roland's like Mexico itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's got this amazing, complex history, and there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of bloodshed, a lot of sorrow, and a lot of beauty.
Colin and I are pitching a show to SiriusXM where we bring people on, we analyze the relationships.
Yes.
It's going to be like, it's relationship therapy.
Yeah.
With Colin and Sam.
And sometimes it's a bromance relationship. That's right.
That's
I like
it's
this idea.
friendships, it's romances.